Classic at the Halifax Curling Club. We're in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and this event is brought to you by Steel Subaru, Neon Train, and of course, Stu Sells Realty Team. My name's Selena Thompson. I'm joined by Mary Madital. Hi, Mary.
Hello, Selena.
And good morning. And we are featuring in our first draw today a matchup between Team Jennifer Jones, but today skipped by Chelsea Carey, and Team Wasylkiw. Team Jones curls out of the St. Vital Curling Club in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Team Wasylkiw curls out of the Milton Curling Club in Milton, Ontario.
Right on.
Mary, you want to introduce the teams?
Okay, so we have Chelsea Carey subbing for Jennifer Jones at skip. We have Carly Burgess, at third, and Carly is from Toronto, Nova Scotia. She's in Winnipeg now, but she hails from Toronto, Nova Scotia. Emily Zacharias is playing second, and lead is Lauren Lenentine, and Lauren is from PEI. Both of Emily and Lauren are both university students, and Carly is a conductive education assistant, and that means she's a rehab assistant for neuromotor challenged individuals. And on the Wasylkiw team, we have Katelyn Wasylkiw. She's 31 and she's a veterinary hospital manager. We have Lauren Wasylkiw, who's third, and she is a life enrichment manager. That means she's a recreational manager for a retirement home. It's kind of awesome. At second on the Wasylkiw team, we have Stephanie Thompson, and she's a kinesiologist and a high-performance coach. She works with curlers, empowering their performance, fitness, and also rehab. She also works for the World Curling Federation. And Alice Holyoke, she's a court reporter, and she's lead. So, the opening shots have already been taken, and we'll start updating you quickly.
So Team Jones throwing the yellow stones. Looks like in the draw to the button, Wasylkiw got hammer with the red stones. And this is what we're seeing normally in these first ends, Mary. Not a lot of rocks in play. Just a little open.
And Wasylkiw had first practice, which is just determined by a flip of a coin.
So this should be Stephanie here. I don't know Team Wasylkiw as well, so if I get anyone's names wrong, please correct me.
Nice positive rotation there. This is the first time Wasylkiw has come. They're looking forward to seeing what Halifax has to offer them off ice, and to just get some experience curling some international and national teams.
Emily Zacharias, second stones for Team Jones. Just being asked to clear things up a little bit. We've got a couple red Wasylkiw stones in the rings. There's that, not quite a center guard. Might have a chance to roll behind if this curls up, but it's staying pretty straight and actually jammed the back one. But not a lot of risk for Team Jones here in the first end. That stone in the back 8. The guard out front. It's half buried though. So we'll see if Stephanie can put one in the top 8 foot here, kind of block the path to the 4 foot. Running a little straight. Sweepers don't want to touch it. That's usually an indication that I think it might be a little bit heavy. This one gets closer and closer to the tee line. Just back 4. So we'll see. Chelsea's going to play into it. could still clear things up here, but I think sensing the opportunity that she might get forced, so may as well go for 2 points. Try and put the Yellowstone here as Emily throws her second.
Anything behind the tee line gives the advantage to the team with hammer. Gives them something to draw up to and freeze. It's looking pretty good. That looks pretty good as well.
Just stops in time. It's about half berry behind the guard. Katelyn thinking Lauren can see about half. I'm going to try and play some weight at it. I like this call. I'd like trying to get that Yellowstone, if not fully out, at least to the back rings, and try and sit 3, I think.
Agreed. She's not throwing as much weight as I thought.
Stephanie working really hard to keep that straight.
Yeah, I think she's on the guard. But that cleans that up as well for a clear for the next shot.
I always find this funny, Mary. The team with hammer now has this shot stone right on around the center line, and ideally when you have hammer, you're playing around a center guard, but you see there Chelsea kind of saying, well, I guess we got to put a center guard up. We're committed to trying to get our 2 this way. She could split the rings, but that's not going to give you second stone, so it won't help you in this case.
Right. And Chelsea is skipping a very experienced and seasoned team. The 3 other players are World Junior champions. They know the positive ways to make their shots and put the pressure on the other team.
We talk a lot about the pro side or the way to miss a shot. So in this case, I'm going to guess that Carly was really trying not to put this too deep. She comes into the rings and leaves a double, really blows their shot for scoring a deuce here.
That's a pretty good guard. They've got to get one of the 2 yellows for sure, so they can address that one on the 4-foot.
Yeah, and the easiest way to make this is, of course, to hit that top yellow on the center line, come across the face of the yellow that's shot. But if you ever hit it a little too thin, there's a jam, and then you're looking at a potential 3. So those red stones, that's why we always talk about keeping our stones above the tee line. Those red ones aren't really helping the Wasylkiw team right now with the shot they're trying to make.
So they have to navigate their own to clear.
So this is a bit more down weight. Just trying to keep the shooter around, I think.
I think they're probably just going to hit and roll.
So watch that yellow, misses everything, and watch the red roll into the ring. So this is really, they're really going to try and force Team Jones to their single. Really no shot for a blank here at this point. So the teams had a practice before the game, Mary, so they got a chance to try the different paths in the ice, but really the ice is still getting warmed up, so sweepers will be watching closely. This is a little bit wider than Carly threw on her first. She's going a bit more for the center line instead of crossing the center.
Plus, I think she's going to throw it a little softer so that it doesn't come in so deep.
A little higher in the rings, yeah. The Wasylkiw team had that roll, but this one's really curling. Now they need this to stop. That looks good.
Yep, it's totally buried from this angle. We can see from the hack.
A guard too high, of course, doesn't do a lot because you can come around it, but a halfway guard in this case is pretty nice. The Wasylkiw team can always just freeze to that stone. They could play a draw right to the top button, and that would be how they try and force here. Of course, they have 2 shots per team remaining.
They could just tap that.
Other side, the righty's out turn.
Calling another soft weight shot. When they tap their hip, it means that they just want to bump weight.
So let's see what this one does. First time down this path, first shot for Katelyn Wasylkiw out of Milton.
I think you're going to see lots of nice curl and an ability. Oh, I don't. Oh, she got her. Oh no, she didn't. Thought she might have gotten.
Looks like that caught them off guard. They were whoa. They were going to sweep to curl, and then it was gone. So still a good position. Doesn't feel like it, given that they wrecked on the guard there, but really tight scoring area for Chelsea. And if you look where that yellow guard ended up, that's taking away the draw path right now to the button. So I think they'll just replace the guard. Don't want to bring it in right now, leave a double. So put the guard up and then figure out what to do on your last for that second point if the shot stone's still there.
Oh, I think Carly's thinking maybe they come around the corner guard. Nope. Going with the original call.
Denied. It's always a tough call, and every team will be a little bit different with that, hey, where you decide when to have the input. And of course, a little bit of a change in lineup with Chelsea skipping. So dynamic changes a little bit. But they would have talked about strategy and what everybody's comfortable with.
And I'm sure their regular skipper, Jennifer Jones, is watching. Well, maybe with the time change she isn't watching yet, but I'm sure she's interested in how the team is doing.
9:30 here, Atlantic time.
I think that's wee hours of the morning in Winnipeg time. So. Yeah, that's interesting. A little deep. And you can see from the hack most of that rock. So I think they're going to try to freeze and make a force for the one.
Yeah, that's a tight port to come through, though. If we're looking at that yellow stone, you can see just at the top of the screen. I don't know that that's the easiest to navigate, but you can't really play weight at the yellow stone because it'll jam on the reds. Not much of a choice here. I think if this comes up light, maybe not the end of the world because it's blocking the same draw path.
And when you don't have hammer, a force of one for the other team is a good outcome. Gives them hammer in the next end and the even ends. Nice slide out at the broom. Lots of rotation. We're seeing more and more rotation now with all the competitive players.
They're still on the guard, trying to get it by. Ooh, and they do, but now is it too heavy?
I think so.
They got a bump, but not enough. So that shows the path is there. I think Chelsea, if she can throw a bit less weight, can follow that down for the second point.
Or hit and stick. She's going the original way. It wouldn't hurt for her to hit her own yellow and roll to the red. She's not going to throw a lot of weight here, but she can throw pretty much the same weight as Katelyn just did. She saw the path. The other team is timing the opposition rocks as well, so that they have a sense of the speed of the ice as well.
I think this will be a bit of an unknown, but it looks like they're just playing maybe back line, like a touch more weight than Katelyn just threw, and just recognizing that that was a tough port to come through. Trying to make it a little easier on the sweepers. Shot for two, Chelsea Carey. Last shot in the first end.
The line's pretty good.
They don't seem to mind it, not going like crazy. Just back house.
Oh, sorry.
Sounds like Carly's calling out a 10, which would be back 12 weight. And looks good.
And it looks good.
So that'll be good for two for Team Jones. Taking a 2-0 lead after the first end. Wasylkiw, Redstones, they'll have hammer in two here at the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic. And if you're watching, of course, you know that we're on the Stu Sells YouTube, where we'll have 2 games streaming through the event all the way through to Sunday. And check online for live scores for the other games on the ice as well. There's a men's and a women's event right now. 3 women's games, 1 men's game on the ice. And we got a great assortment of teams this week.
So all of the events moving forward now are employing what's called the no-tick rule. If the, well, this doesn't look like it's going to stop short, that's for sure.
You can see it's moving a little too fast.
I think so. I'm not sure if Chelsea called it into the house or wanted it out front, but it's certainly going to be back.
So Mary, if this were a guard and it were out front, I think Chelsea probably called that one top 4, but they wouldn't be calling the center guard there. But the no-tick rule is in play for the competitive events, meaning if it's on the center line within the free guard zone.
Yeah, you can't remove it. You can push it to the other side of the line, but you cannot remove it from the center line. So if they, by mistake, hit it into the house, the rock goes back and the thrown rock is out of play. It's quite a significant rule change and very penalizing to the offending team. So a lot of teams make sure that they get around that center guard with lots of room to spare. So it will change. This one, Chelsea is calling into the house, so she's bringing into the play into the house, and Wasylkiw is going to try and increase the scoring area and go to the wings.
So just trying to line these Yellowstones up with Lauren's first one coming deep. It's not going to be the greatest help.
15-3, like it to curl a little.
It's a good catcher though. So just try and line this up on the center line, bring it to the top 8 foot.
Good sweep.
We're noticing teams more and more nowadays. Top 4 foot's not really an ideal position. We're really looking at top 8 foot because the 4 foot, of course, can be bumped to the back 4 pretty easily, and then it's a catcher. So we're seeing a lot more of the top 8 call early in the games. So not playing around the corner. Team Wasylkiw, they're electing for the hit. This one's
hit
up
and
waist.
roll to the corner, but they're going to be rolling up.
That was a lot of weight for that shot. If you really need to stick around, I know the free guard zone's still in place, so the corner guard will stay, but I have a feeling Carly's next shot, Chelsea's going to be asking for a peel on that corner guard. Now that now that we've had the rollout, and that's why it's so important to keep those shooters around.
Emily Zacharias.
Line's close, spinner room.
Plays with, used to play with her sister Mackenzie.
Line's not bad, needs to cross center. Lauren's rock for sure. Curl if you can, Lauren.
This team has stayed together for
yeah,
quite a
both
long
of you
time.
go. Keep it moving, get it across here. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Nice throw, Em. Good sweep.
It's funny, I thought Chelsea would play the peel there. Both teams seem pretty happy to keep this situation. I think Wasylkiw will try and keep the shooter around this time.
Yeah, she might want to just try and do that same, well, a little softer weight perhaps. That one at the back of the floor is more of an advantage for Wasylkiw than it is for Jones. And this is good. Oh. They haven't found the sweet spot yet, but I'm sure after another couple ends they will.
I was goofing the freeze guard zone. That's why I was saying Chelsea might peel, but she had to keep that one around.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Trying perhaps the hit and roll to the center for the
Really
guard.
hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's like an over curl. Watch the jam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let that go
9.5.
enough. They wanted to keep that on the high side,
They did.
center
You're
line
right,
side,
9.5.
keep
She
the
just
shooter
was really
around. But
tight.
once Chelsea knew that was over curling, better to let it go and come across the top. Narrowly missed that back stone. So now the corner guard is available.
This last shot for Stephanie Thompson. Make a setup shot for there too in the even end. Still by the guard. They want to bury this as best they can, and it's going to be a good one. Nice shot. Now Chelsea's forced to, not to. Now that surprises me early in the end.
Yeah, this is pretty aggressive. Not peeling the corner. I know you'd be given up potentially a deuce if you peel the corner, but that rock's so high that I'd have to think there would be a double at some point on the rocks and the rings. But this is being made obviously because that red stone is so high in the rings that there's room around it, almost
Line's a hair tight.
like a half guard. Let's see if Carly can throw
Line's
the right
good.
weight.
They just want to freeze to that
Line's good.
rock so it can't be
Oh, then.
removed. If they remove the yellow, they also remove the red, so it's important to,
14-8.
well,
Sit. Nice throw, Card.
still
That's
a good
good.
shot.
Deep's okay. It's a little deeper than they wanted. Really force and play behind that corner now, and the freeze is available to be shot. The reason Chelsea wanted it higher is you couldn't freeze and be shot rock, but now Wasylkiw can. This is Lauren with her first. I'm going to curl this one. This looks strong. I don't know that it's going to catch anything. Think that pass getting sped up a little bit?
I think so.
Top four.
So splitting the rings, going to the other side, trying to force play away from the corner guard. Still could try and peel that corner. I feel like it's still dangerous, but they did watch, I think it was Emily's rock over curl in that spot. I wonder if it's just a little bit of an unknown too.
This is a very aggressive call.
Line's good. Got to be full 8 for sure. Full 8 for sure.
Different
Go,
styles
go, go,
of play
go.
employed. Offensive,
Really hard.
defensive, and this is a very offensive
Really hard,
call.
really hard,
They're not
really
even
hard. Go,
guarding
go, 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 go,
shot
go, go,
rock.
go, 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 go.
This team would be used to that. They're used to lots of rocks in play, although that one comes up light.
They're trying for the double. They can't see about
Yeah,
half that rock.
we liked your second one here too. We were saying tight, and it was
Even just a
halfway.
hit
Like, it
and
wasn't
roll
even
in
close.
front is a
So
good
I think
shot.
that rock's not good.
Then it forces the other team to address it.
This has felt like a back and forth with every shot. The draw comes too deep, draw goes through the rings, draw comes up light.
Sure.
This one's really moving. So I think this is what Chelsea must have been worried about is once it's crossing that center line, she might be on the guard here. Watch the shooter.
Oh, yeah, it's going behind their corner. If I was Silky, I'd be sweeping that.
Spun back pretty
Oh, yeah,
hard. I think it's mostly open
Play it
from the
with like
hack.
a hack to
So
bumper.
Chelsea doesn't really have a choice. She's got to go after that.
Does that feel close to you?
Yeah, it is shot.
Okay.
She'd love
Yeah, I
to
think
keep her
it'll curl a
shooter
little,
in
but
front of
not
the
crazy.
tee line. But even if she rolls out, depends on the weight she's playing. If she's playing an up weight, she's probably going to be rolling out.
Okay. Like solid hack to bumper.
Yes, if she rolls behind the
look
tee
close
line,
to you?
she's just really helping with Silky.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think either in front of the tee or just fully roll out. That double that Lauren just tried was not the
Thanks,
easiest.
Lauren. Yeah. I like
That's
that.
a little more ice there.
Okay, full speed though, hey? Okay.
Chelsea's a very experienced curler in her own right. Many Canadian championships, Scotties championships. She's been to the Worlds a number of times. She's a very seasoned veteran of the game. I've curled against her.
Lauren and Carly working to keep this high of the yellow. Oh, they got it by.
Got it.
They got a roll a little bit under the guard. I didn't think that was possible.
Either.
Oh, I can't believe you got
I don't
that
think
by.
they thought it was possible.
Good sweep.
A little bit of a oof.
Holy smokes. I was probably
Moment.
minimum, but
So,
minimum set, but I think
Tough
it's still good to
decision
play.
now for Katelyn. I think she doesn't have
Well, and I think we can carve it.
a lot of good options here.
With the carve, so make it
Facing
easier.
three
we
yellow
could've rolled out,
counters.
it was okay.
It's her first of two.
Oh man, I can't
So
believe
just
she got
needs
that
to
by.
get her shooter in a spot that makes sense. Looks like they're freezing to the.
It's now, if she's to get two, it's going to be up
was
to
probably
her.
bumper
They
too,
call
right?
this
Like
the
a little
skipper's
light
deuce.
Yeah.
So hopefully she
definitely just
can
more then.
sit in front of that one.
I
at
would
the
like to be
back
a
of the
hair more
forefoot
positive, but I didn't
and
mind it. I didn't think it was soft or anything. I just like
force
the baby set. It just
Carrie
went
to
right
do
away.
something
Yeah.
with it.
I think also for Katelyn realizing that this is probably going to be her last shot as well. So good to get a trial run. So if this comes up a bit light, Chelsea will have a peel. And Katelyn will be throwing this shot again. You ever hear that saying, Mary? Well, I'm going to have to throw it on my last. I
Right. Might as well
figure out how to do it.
Exactly. I think they think it's enough weight. It's just not curling. I think the difference in releases and one of the teams is getting fooled by. Oh, this is coming in lovely. You can see how many rotations that took. It's a beautiful shot.
Shot stone too. If they'd come to the yellow, it would have not been shot. So Chelsea will
Yeah, I think we have
still
to.
just
I think
peel it
that's
out. She
if you
can
did, like if you
rub
did
it off
jam
the
it's
back
probably
yellow.
close, isn't it?
She hits it on the same side of the forefoot as that
So
yellow
then if
stone.
if we're dead jamming it, then we do.
Or if she
even
noses
play
it.
this? Like a little low is good.
I think
Then I don't think we throw
that yellow will still
Probably
sit
easier to
two.
control that way. Similar weight. Like if I get super low with the same weight, we'll still be sitting one there.
Throw this pretty hard.
Hopefully you kiss it far enough that out counts it. Maybe 10 and a half. Okay. There. If we nose, it's okay.
So they're playing for nose, you think?
I think so. I don't know
if we jam it, it's not bad. I think we're close to being 1-2.
I think sitting 2 is a good alternative, though. So there's no need to remove the red fully if the shooter stays on the forefoot. We'll get a little ricochet off the back yellow into the 8-foot for that red stone. But the important thing here, of course, is to keep this yellow shooter
just go with the red,
in the forefoot.
And then they're going to have to force Wasylkiw into deciding whether or not they draw for their 1 or try a fancy shot to score their 2. So let's see what kind of weight Chelsea's going to throw at this. Well, lots of rotation.
Yep.
More rotation, the less it curls.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Starting to move now.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Straight.
Kept it. That was close to red being second shot. So no choice for Katelyn here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yellow sits 2, so she'll have her draw for the single.
9-8 or something.
Needs full 4.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that out of my hand, so I was like,
but she just threw it.
Let's not panic, because that's
so that same shot will do.
Still curled though. But I still think that ice is close, because 10 and a half, we just sweep it straight the whole way, and we still make it, right? Okay, well, again, a little scary, but of course. I think Carly's rock is okay line-wise. I just think it's slow. Yeah, it's just a few feet. Like, it's nothing crazy. And it's, like, that's twice that it
Sweepers seem to like it. They're not backing off as much as if it were heavy.
Like, no, the weight's close, but
then they get a bit of curl.
They may need to come to their back red one to make sure that they stay shot. So they're sweeping it to keep it straight. And we don't want to roll. And level shot.
One red.
That
was maybe a little closer than we wanted to see.
She's going to carve this right through the hole. Yeah.
So after 2, Team Jones leading Wasylkiw 2-1. Jones will have hammer going into the third.
A little scary again, but
if you joined us mid-game, I want to welcome you again and say good morning. Welcome to the 2023 Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic. We're at the Halifax Curling Club in, you guessed it, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Mary Matatal is with me. I'm Selena Thompson, and we thank Steel Subaru, Neon Train, and Stu Sells Realty Team for sponsorship of this event. We also like to thank partner sponsors Murphy Hospitality Group, Prince Edward Island Brewing Company, Crombie Reet, Scotia Square, and the Curling Store. Thank you for your support. Be sure to give those groups a little extra love, good supporters of curling around the Maritimes.
It's so important to support our sponsors. They give a lot back to the game. Without sponsorship, we aren't able to run events like this. And a shout out again to Stu Sells. They sponsor events. There's events in Ontario as well. And they are a sponsor of Wasylkiw. So thanks to them for continually supporting the sport that we all love. Wasylkiw would also like to send out a couple team thank yous to A.L. Stone, Avia, and the Dollars Corporation.
Please rock if anybody. Still needs to curl a lot.
So center guard up here in the third end.
15-1.
That was Alice Holyoke.
Hard finish, keep going. Okay, that's good, that's good. Nice throw, Lauren.
And Lauren Lenentine with the top 4-foot come around. Looks good. I was out this morning, Mary. We got our coldest day of the year so far. It was balmy 1 degree when I left home this morning.
Yeah, they're expecting snow later on today, so I had to pull out my snow brush for the first time. I don't usually do that until December, so.
Feels like a true curling season now.
For sure. I had a lot of trick-or-treaters last night, and their little their little hands were frozen.
I'm going to guess the ice makers are not too upset about the temperature. A little easier to moderate the conditions in the ice shed.
For sure.
It's a little colder outside. A little less humidity than we're used to. So Alice brought that Redstone top 8 foot, just nudging Lauren's yellow. And we'll try and stack this again on the center line.
Lots of line. Carly's rock. Curl if you can, Car.
As I tell my junior curlers that I'm coaching them, you
yep,
can
keep
never
going,
improve
keep
a
going.
rock that's behind the tee line. So
Okay.
having
15.
your rocks in front of the tee line, you can manipulate them better, make things happen for you. So that's what this team is doing, just moving rocks around to see what they can use to their advantage.
Then Chelsea up 1 with hammer, not really interested in a center guard. So they're playing the come round, or sorry, in a corner guard. They're playing the come round on the center guard.
Well, now with this no tick rule, it's kind of the way to defend against it. Now you'll see way more play now at Scotties and Worlds all around the 4 foot instead of spreading it out to the wings.
And maybe fewer blanks.
And yeah. Oh, this is
a heavy one.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Deal?
They were planning to tap the top yellow, but I think just with the little bit extra weight and not sure if it's too much ice there. That didn't move at all.
Even this, I guess. You like
Which
that?
is what we like to see. You like to see movement with your draw weights and the ability to have the hits stay a little straighter.
So this is quite an aggressive call. Chelsea could clear that front stone, which is causing, it's more benefiting the team without hammer, but she's going in around, so putting the pressure on at every turn, with every turn.
Line's good. Line's good. Yep.
Really good sweeping styles. Lots of pressure on the
Hard.
broom head.
Really hard.
Flat back, you can tell.
Curl. Yep. Get a bite if you can. Curl.
So on the fresh path
15-7.
on the intern side of the sheet going away from the home end, that one really moved.
It really did.
Took the weight off.
They wanted to have that in the open so they could run it back into the red at the right angles.
And sweepers didn't seem to find it too light at the start, so maybe just a little bit slower over here.
Well, we've been doing most of the play down the other side of the sheet. I think she popped that one out a little bit. We'll see if it curls in.
Stephanie Thompson, try and improve, try and put one in that top 4 foot, top 8 foot, but this one looks like it's dying too.
Yeah, unfortunate. I think there's just not as much. Been down this path and it's still a little fresh.
Same thing.
Lean heavy.
And there's really not much you can do. Maybe sweepers can drag a rock 6 feet, but it's harder to do when it's just carving into the middle. Second try for Emily.
Line's good. Line's good. Not curling yet. Running.
This one's hanging out a little bit. A little extra weight, and it doesn't catch the curl.
I'm hoping. Yeah, curl. Oh. Okay. She threw it well.
Yeah, it's hard to tell her second
A
shot
little
there.
slower on that side, hey? I
This
don't
feels
think
like one of
it'll
those
stay. I think
ends
it just has
receiver.
sat
You've got
for
all
two
these
ends. We haven't really
stones
touched it, hey?
in and around the 4 foot, and at the end of the day,
Curling a ton too, but I think
Usually
that'll,
we see a score
once
of
we get a
1
few down there, I think it'll straighten up a bit. And
with all this, so it's a race to the button.
like 13-6 on this side is through the house.
See if Lauren Wasylkiw can do it here.
Yeah.
She wants to
Touch it
sit
in
in
buried
front
and
right
stay second.
now. That's her best.
I was thinking it was going to get there. I could have had you curl it
Now
too,
her
but I thought it was
rotation,
gonna get to
Emily's
it.
had a lot more rotation than this stone. So even if this one's heavier, it should carve.
14-6.
Moving now. Not getting that same finish that that they were getting when they were dying in the guard zone. Really interesting.
Yeah, I think we have
So
to try to get to it.
Yellowstone, Chelsea's sitting 1, but
Back
looks
4,
like
back 8,
red
I
2 and
think,
3. Like to open up a little more space in the forefoot area. Don't want to hit your own yellow on the button though. Don't want to leave a double, so don't want the shooter to roll open. Yeah, just that extra rotation from the Jones team compared to Wasylkiw.
Hard curl.
I think this path is
hard,
speeding
hard,
up with
keep
all these
going.
rocks down it.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going,
Trying
keep going,
to
keep going.
curl it over there.
Okay,
Works.
13-5.
Does set up Wasylkiw for a crosshouse double, but I think she's just trying to freeze into the pocket there. Makes it almost impossible for Jones to remove it.
Yeah, it's
without moving something of theirs.
almost looks like you could play off that one, but I think this is a smart call just to freeze into it, and then anything that gets run into this red, if it's placed perfectly, will remove both yellows. Could be a little dangerous here for Team Jones if this is made.
And Lauren being a left-hander, we'll see if the path of this rock follows the same trajectory as the right-handers.
Yeah, they're really seeming to track here now after those first few curled.
I think she's going to hit and flop over just a little bit. And that's a good shot.
Yeah, got to the inside. That was pretty key there.
From the hack, though, you can see pretty much all of the red that was just thrown. So it'll be interesting, yeah.
Same
She
way.
might even get
Just
a little bit
low.
of cleanup.
Can you get to the inside? This would be a good shot here. So this is not with a lot of weight, probably just back line, you think?
I think so. Yeah, if she's thrown lots of weight, I think she'd have a lot less ice. So that looks like a through the house weight.
Yep.
A little narrower than the draws, so it could take off. They're going hard for line now. Got to get it by the top one.
Hard. Never off.
By, now got to get by the red.
Okay, good sweep.
Wow.
It was a little less, but we just need to sweep it sooner. It's
So
still
that
late.
only ended up at maybe back 4, back 8.
I wanted to say hard,
Wait,
I said-
after
I said
all
hard, and
that.
I said, whoa, and I just needed to
Yellow
not
still
doubt
the
myself.
shot
Great throw.
stone. That was the second stone of the end.
Sweep it a little sooner and it's perfect.
But from the hack, you can only see about half of it, so because of those center guards. So it'll be interesting to see what Wasylkiw does. She needs to get that yellow one off the button because she can't. She won't be able to score. Not to say that as long as she gives up one, I guess that's an acceptable outcome.
Yeah, I think right now the force is really good. The guard's always an option too. We're down to skip stones.
Even if she hits that front yellow onto the back yellow, she still might be shot in the back. Oh, no, we're looking at an overhead. And she'll get rid of one at least.
It's close. We've so this is a bit more weight. I think the shooter will roll off. I think I'd like to see the shooter stick around on this. But if they come in, hit half a rock, I think red will sit one.
In the back. On
Yeah,
the tee
maybe
line,
just shot.
Yeah.
Katelyn Wasylkiw.
Well, good extension, so she's. This one's tracking. Oh, now it's coming.
Starting to move. Once it moves, it really does, but they have to be patient.
Yeah. And now they're, unfortunately.
Too long.
They waited too long.
Now what do we do?
It's very late
You ever
finish.
try to tap this to here?
They're not
Like
catching
even if you
that breaking
split it a
point
little bit,
yet.
it's not the worst. I think we have to, eh?
So now Chelsea
Basically what
thinking,
Carly just
well,
threw.
front's open. I have full access to my Yellowstone.
If we
Can I get
tap-
to
if
the
we
nose and
even
just
if we get to the nose, it's probably not
tap
terrible,
it
as long as
with
we move this one far
back
enough
4
and
foot
sit
weight?
up here. It's
leave the
okay.
shooter out front
Okay. T-line.
and potentially sit 2?
In a perfect world, I think you get
She hits
low
that
and
on the
tap it frozen
nose.
to here. But if you nose it, it's
Should
okay.
leave yellow sitting 2.
Okay, I had Carly here.
The shot
I
Katelyn
think
was
that's
trying,
close, isn't
of
it?
course, was to hit it
I like
with
it.
weight. Would have run yellow into the side of the other yellow, and red would have been shot. But I think yellow can sit 2 out of this. Just get it to the inside of that yellow at the top 4 foot.
I think it's basically what you just made, Carly.
Probably the same
Like
kind of
hair
weight
low.
Carly was
Yeah.
throwing, that back
If you
4.
nose tap it, it's okay, but I think
Similar
ideally you
ice.
tap it frozen to the red. But same weight, just like T-line, back button kind of thing. So still a little stiffer, but not bad, hey? 2 to 3 feet, okay. Okay. So I'm thinking back 4 and I'll be close.
Back 4. Back 4 weight. Reading Chelsea's lips. Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. No.
A lot of rotation.
Close. Whoa.
They know it'll move when it does, but that one's holding out a little more.
Hard,
Carly's had
girl.
started to curl at this point, so
Hard, Lauren, you gotta go.
now Lauren Lenentine
Really
on
gotta
the
go.
carve.
Really
Can
hard.
she get it to nose? Watch where that yellow goes. Let's spin. Looks good to sit 2.
Looks like a really good shot.
I think that's okay.
That one
Good
is
carve,
guarding.
good sweep. I think that's okay. Okay.
Really good result.
Really good result.
Perfect weight.
Okay, good.
Good
Let's do
sweep.
this one. I know. It was close to being a disaster, but
So now Wasylkiw's looking at,
it was just a
if
little
they
more
leave it
set than
as
everybody
is,
else's. I think it took
Chelsea
longer
has
to
a
get
shot
over
to
there.
punch that top one in.
You
That's
can
at
still
3.
carve it. Like I just
Score
we can
3.
play with this ice is beautiful so far. Like I know we're only 3 ends
She's
in,
gonna
but
have to
I'm
address
loving
it
it.
somehow. And it's not really
Yeah,
that
well,
easy.
I liked the throw, but
She
it was
hits
more
that
probably more
top
set than
yellow and it
Carly's.
pushes
And
the
all
yellow
there for
back
weight on
onto
its
her
own.
own red. So, yeah, she's got a lot of hazardous opportunities here. So,
Yeah, and I
it's
think
perfect.
Chelsea's only
Like, I don't
shot with
think
the
we
yellow
could
for
play it any better.
3
Like, what
is
does she do now?
punching
They're
that
not-
top 8 foot one in.
Yeah,
So
like those reds
you hate
fly-
to
I mean, this one
do
jams
the
here,
work
but
for her.
guard and force the other team to 2. Not a lot of goods coming out of this for Team Wasylkiw, unfortunately. And if you play with any weight, you ricochet off your own top red.
Okay, no matter what happens next
might
turn, I would
give
like to
them
not have 15 rocks in play.
Chance for an extra point.
Well, I think it was yours. I think we
Even
needed to either
the
peel a
red
guard or
onto
I didn't
yellow
mind
onto
playing the
red
chase with
on
like
the
back line,
opposite
and if you
side.
chisel a guard, it's fine. I
They're
just think that was a
looking at
really
now.
aggressive call being one
you
up
can't
with.
see all of the red. So,
And especially because that side sat, so now we're guessing, right? Like I think you threw what you threw would have been perfect over here, but we didn't know how much heavier it was
think
going to be
this
because it
is-
sat for 2.5 ends.
A hit on the
It's a
Yellowstone
great result if we
that
make it. We just
is
need to close
sandwiched
ourselves in
between
that
the other
much.
yellow
Like,
and
keep
red
the
in
4
the
foot
top
open
4 foot.
At least I'm going to have a shot for 1.
And if she chips off my worry is that it overcurls just ever so slightly and
I don't
chips the
think she can
top
ever
yellow.
get shot. She might be able to get second.
and then
If she does, I just
she'll
have this
roll
little tap
and
tap, don't
give
Like the same
Chelsea
shot I
an
just threw.
open draw for
I think so.
Up to
another point.
4, yeah.
Get far enough for me to not be able to get to it, but as long as we're getting
That's
1, I'm happy because I was like, oh my God, they're going to sit 4 and I'm going to
I
have no
expect
shot.
this is going to be coming with some heat though. Just try and blow at least 1 yellow out of the 4 foot area. It was not too much. She didn't power out too hard. Don't want to hit the yellow, want to hit the red.
Yellow, I think.
Or the, sorry, don't want to hit the first yellow, want to hit the second yellow. I mean, that was about as good as she could do. Chelsea's got to make her shot for 2 now.
I
She's
don't
tapping.
mind that. Maybe a pinch less.
Yeah, we could.
That was hard. That was
It
very
got there,
hard.
yeah. I don't mind a hair less. We
Well
can hold
done.
it too, I think, if we need to. Okay, same shot. This is a pinch less ice. Okay. Same weight, yeah. A little more doesn't hurt us, it just means we have to get to nose. Same throw.
Eight end games. The theory is win your game in the first 4 ends, and then you can just defend after that. So I think they're going hard for another point.
Line's good, whoa. Whoa.
It's always nice to throw your same shot you just threw for that second point as well. It's the last stone coming down here
Hard,
for Chelsea
Lauren.
Carey. Throwing skip for Team Jones this weekend.
Really
or week.
hard.
It's only Wednesday. This one looks good.
Looks good. Nice
Good
shot.
for 2. 2 more on the board. So Jones will lead Wasylkiw 4-1 after 3 ends.
Okay, good.
Wasylkiw will
Good judge.
carry
Hair more.
hammer into the 4th.
Yeah, I thought I kicked a little harder. I didn't add quite as much.
Try
so
and get
makes
that
sense.
2
I thought it was a
points
little
they
more
were
in my
looking
hand,
for
so good job.
in the second end.
Okay, I said,
Get within 1.
I said to Em, I'm like, I don't want 15 rocks this time.
Let's maybe blank.
Yes, that would be lovely. If we threw a couple hits, let's do that. Yeah, 4.
So make a good top 4 one and
Yeah.
maybe really tight top.
Yeah, and if it slides in, I'm fine with it. I like that. That same in turn, it'll be nice.
Nice
Yeah, good job, guys. Good job.
Little scrum between each end just to check in with each other and agree on what strategy they're going to employ this time. I would assume Chelsea's going to bring the rock right into the house.
And if you're not checking the scores online, we'll just give an update with the other women's games out on the sheets. Local team Hilliard taking on Tirinzoni. Tirinzoni's leading 5-1 after 3. They're playing the 4th.
Line's good.
And Christensen
Line's
Ha
good. There it goes. Curling now. Line's great.
tied. They're playing the 4th. They're
really
tied
curling.
after
Line's
2,
really
though.
good.
Don't know what happened in the 3rd. Tied
Line's
1-1.
great. 14.
Usually when they don't post it, it's a blank. That's in my experience.
Good judge.
Well, this is interesting.
I think she's going to set herself up for the delayed corner.
The delayed corner.
She's going to try and hit and roll to the wings. Then Jones will hit and maybe, oh, it's curling early.
See, I would normally see like this. Lauren's first shot there came a little deep. It's T-line, not ideal positioning. Could play the corner guard on that, but this one is whew, good to hold it. Shooter rolls out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So Lauren will have a chance to make that same shot just a little better.
It was on the 4-foot though, and sometimes they come back to bite you if you're not able to manufacture your wing shots. So
Similar line.
the delayed corner is not a bad call,
Line's
but you have to
good.
make it.
Not curling yet. Running a bit. Line's good. There it goes. 15. You should be close. Just
You
by
see
4
great
foot. Line's
sponsors
great.
of curling with their logos in the ice.
Atta girl.
We thank all of the
Yeah, so 14 and a 15.
companies who sponsor curling. It makes a big difference that we're able to have good ice and make our sport grow.
It's a nice one there from Lauren, top 4 foot.
Now she's forced to do the corner guard. it's really great to see these world-class teams coming to this event, and then they're headed to the Grand Slam event in Pictou next weekend, so they're getting used to our time zones and
Slides in that sign.
playing surfaces. It's really, really wonderful to see. It's exciting to see.
Line's
Emily
closed.
Zacharias. Another one on the center. This is a tight guard.
Over curling if anything. Okay, might need to curl then. Curl if you're light. Yep, hard. Keep her going, both of you. Go, go,
Team
go, go,
Jones
go, go, go.
wanted to shout out
Hard,
to
tight as you can. Go, 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 go,
their
go, go,
partners,
go, go, go,
Princess
go, go, go,
Auto,
go, go, go.
Trans-Canada Brewing,
Okay, good throw.
Access Credit Union,
15-9.
and Red River Mutual. And of course, you see their Gold Line curling supplies. And they say hi to Jen and Glenn, cheering from home.
Wasylkiw's additional team shoutouts are Empowered Performance, which I think is owned by Stephanie Thompson, their second. Stu Sells, of course, and any of their friends and family who might be cheering from home.
So they have the corner guard, Team Wasylkiw, but then with that center guard play, they decided to come around, just tick the guard, maybe a little bit light on that draw.
Probably this way now.
It's splittable, but they'd have to have nothing else in the rings for that to count.
Well, speaking of splittable, Katelyn was telling us that this team had scored an 8-ender 13 years ago today, and they required a split to achieve the 8-ender, so maybe that fate will come into play and they'll be able to split that on for another counter.
Straight,
Steph
straight.
and Lauren have been together for 15 years, so that's
Straight.
a long time to
Always
been curling
straight.
together.
Over curling. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sit. Okay, good.
Nice center there.
Nice center guard.
Katelyn's thinking she can get at shot stone here.
Even push it back and perhaps roll behind her corner. Don't think they're going to play a lot of weight. That's a very small port.
Working hard. This one is moving.
It's moving.
Lauren's holding it. They
And
get
she's
by.
Good for
Wow.
her. Now
Watch the
hopefully
shooter.
it stays. That's unfortunate. They needed that to count. Good throw though. Chelsea Carey is calling for another in-the-house rock. She's not concerned about cleaning up the front. Guards are, more help to the team trying to score multiple points than the ones trying to defend, but
Not when there's no path to the
I
forefoot.
guess so.
You'll see that often, though,
close.
the corner guard put up by Wasylkiw, although it's a high corner, so that's probably why Chelsea's not too worried about it
Okay, line's good.
as well. And now with the tick
Still room.
on the missed draw and the tick on the center guard, a
great.
little bit of
Line's great. Line's great.
extra granite out
Break the
front.
forefoot.
Really nice to be able to bring this one in. I'd love to get
Okay,
that
good.
a
Yeah,
little
we just had to
deeper,
reach
but
the line. Good call.
Katelyn
15-5.
has to decide whether or not she's going to clean up the front. Oh, no, she's going in too. Sometimes the curlers match the play, and instead of playing their own game, match the calls from the other team.
it's a tight port to get through unless they're playing the tap, but it looks like just a straight draw.
Still has to curl. It's not off their own guard yet. It's looking good, actually. And it's got a little more weight than the first one, so they might be able to get it into count. Oh, and I think it's going to roll. No, that's too bad.
We're shot.
Still in an okay position. It's available to
Promote. Yeah.
promote,
Wide.
chip forward. So the best defense is to sit 2, isn't it?
Exactly.
Guard this.
Best guard is second shot.
They're contemplating a guard as well.
You're like,
I find it hard to guard when you're shot in the half top 8 foot.
this.
But I think that draw is difficult too. They're electing for the guard. And there's really nothing on the other side of the sheet because there's that high corner guard preventing everything on the other side.
And it has nothing's been played out there, so it would be just a guess for the thrower of how hard to throw it to try to come around on the
Line's
outside
good.
of those
Little bit,
corner
Lauren.
guards.
Line's good. Never needs curl. Stay down, Lauren.
This looks like it'll stop in time.
Line's great. Line's good for here.
It's just a halfway guard from Carly.
Easy, 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 easy.
Complicate things a little more. It does the
Good.
trick.
Good judge. Nice tackle.
And Katelyn has to decide whether or not she needs to clear
Decide
the
where you need to set it, and
front
you're
so
setting
that
it.
she
But
can
yeah,
make
you're sliding
something
definitely
happen.
on, like inside edge, like not much. but-
Yeah, I don't know what other choice she really has here.
Yeah.
Go wide side, but no one knows that path.
Yeah. Yes, and but you are. Like you're always
She's
getting
really
it.
thinking about her last shot at this point, though.
Yes, she needs
Mary.
to clear something up so that she has a shot to at least save the end.
Like, why am I going?
I know. I know. And we try to not get in like a million rocks, and then
I was
every
thinking
no
differently.
matter what we do, there's a million rocks, and we're throwing terrifying.
They think the
darts.
tap's there?
Perhaps they're, they doubled that way. It does clear off that section of the ice, but they pretty much have to have a nose hit to do that, so they're still going to block their path that way.
Yeah, it's hard to remove 2 guards with any shot right now.
She makes the run. I'm probably going around wide
leading
here.
guard.
Hey,
I'm talking about
probably as
just
a-
peeling
almost as
it
a
or
Yeah.
three
trying to
quarters
double off
anyway.
the
I think
yellow.
double, straight
It'll be
back
heavy
double.
out there,
Oof,
probably.
there's a risk of jamming on your own red.
I thought my guard, we all thought it'd be like almost top
3
ball.
rocks.
Well,
She
even
wants to
these,
throw it.
both of these we thought were
3
good,
rocks
ours
to
and
2.
theirs. The sweepers thought were
Remaining.
good, and they were light. I mean, they were 15 and a half, but it's just not quite as fast, and it's curling a mile, so
Yeah.
then the speed comes off of it.
Let's see if Lauren can make it. She wanted to throw this.
Big weight shots don't curl as much. Now they're trying to make it curl a little. Oh, well.
She made
Left
it to
them
sit
shot.
shot.
That's probably
In the top 12?
shot if it's there. Hey, I think I can probably kick it far enough.
And there's a draw path, but it's better coming center line out, I think, to get around that corner
Yeah,
guard
I think,
to
I
get
think that was
so
easier. This is just going to be such a guess.
good job for Lauren.
And if I hit this guard, at least it's open then. So worst case, it's 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gives
Thinking
Chelsea
it's like
something
a
to think
10?
about.
Is that enough to kill that?
Maybe.
Or I could just throw it hard and
Double
lose the
clear
shooter
off
too.
that front one.
I think 10 would probably kill it, but if we want to be safe,
The mid-
Yeah, 9.5.
yeah.
The yellow one may stay around. Oh, she's going to try and hit
I
it
can hit it pretty thin.
and split the
But I think in a perfect
2
world,
shots.
like I think with 9.5 even, we might be
Yeah,
able to
it
stick
may,
this
depending
one.
on the
At least
weight
if
she
it spills
throws,
it
it
here,
may
it's pretty good.
move
Okay,
over there
9.5.
behind the corner.
Yeah, she must be playing with this with enough weight that the shooter will be lost. But that red
Just
or
try
that
to
yellow
kill
that's
it.
going to be in the middle, that'll spin off behind those corner
Give it
guards.
9.5.
That's the plan.
You guys like that? I just think we probably need that to make
Lose
sure
the red.
goes.
For Team Wasylkiw, it'll open up the 4 foot.
Okay. Shouldn't do too much here, I don't think, but it'll come up a little. Close. Whoa. Curl, curl. Right up. Hard, Lauren.
They're by the guard. They're trying to get it to curl now. Get as much contact as they can. Watch this one that's spinning. You want to hit that a little more thick, and that rock would have spun further over to the corner guard area. But for Team Wasylkiw, I think they're pretty happy with this situation.
I think so.
So they could also play the draw.
Didn't do much.
They want to hit and roll, give
They
themselves
wanna
a little
lose
more
this.
room.
I know, I was afraid to have her carve it, but then like
I think if they lose this too deep in the back house, though, Chelsea's just going to draw top four.
It won't
Around
really.
her own guard.
Yeah, sometimes you want to beat the other team to
Run
it.
to a nice place, because now she's going to be behind the T line no matter what.
Yeah.
Curious to see the weight that she's throwing here. She's got more ice than Chelsea took, and Chelsea's pretty much ran straight. So we'll see if her weight is just a little softer.
Yeah, this looks more like a control weight.
It's starting to break now. Oh. I need to make sure that they keep it.
Hard roll.
Really moving.
Really moving. Oh,
Go, 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 right out. Go, 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 go,
Yeah,
go, 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 go.
misjudged the curl on that. The break point is really big on these.
Okay.
I think it's stuck
this
around
shoot,
though.
yeah.
Looks like we can see some weight there, but if you look at the, we're at an angle, so if you look straight
You
overhead,
have all this, eh?
looks like it could be in. Chelsea's wondering what they can see. She can just hit it.
Okay. I just like it's scary, but
If that were out, she'd
But
be
I might
calling
give
the
up to
top
with the
4
draw
foot
anyways.
immediately.
I think we'd
But
play-
the
just play
thinking
with
here
lazy
is,
speed.
well,
Like,
get
I
away
don't
with
think
the
there's much
blank.
sense
We're
in getting
3
too
up
much.
with only 4 ends to go.
like 9. Similar weight. Okay. Yeah.
And if she noses it, she's forcing Wasylkiw to either hit and roll out or draw for 1 if she hits and rolls around.
I don't know. I think we hit this way.
Guard
It's
up
tempting
front.
to draw,
Or the
but-
guard up front.
Like I don't even care if we.
Yeah,
stick.
up 3
Just make it go away,
the
'cause
draw is a nice
I'm thinking
call,
9,
but I think
just
you'd
to be
be
safe. Like we can never hit the guard, right? So
hard pressed to not try and just hit
9,
this
9 and
and
a half. Like
make the other
similar,
team
like
make a
no
shot.
less kind of
I know.
thing. Okay, I think unless we're screaming at you, keep a broom on this. 'cause
If
the
she
only
really
thing
had
we
to
can't do is
steal,
still curl.
she'd be playing the draw.
Whoa, 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 curl.
This one seems to be tracking out a little bit. They're trying to make a curl, and it looks like it's falling. Oh, wow, that's
Nothing.
surprising. So now the tick.
Sorry.
Do we
didn't
think
mind
they
that.
can repeat
I'm not sure.
from 13 years ago, whether or not she can
Sorry.
make it count?
I didn't hate that. Was I just full?
No harm in trying it, I don't think. Worst case, you tap
Tap one in.
Nope. Play
yeah,
with
I was thinking 9, 9,
maximum
5,
back
and
12.
I just said it because I thought it would move. It almost fell.
And they need the points.
They
And
just
I guess,
they
yeah,
just
the
watched
draws are all
Chelsea's
going
run
enough to
straight
make
in the
it
path that they're about to throw.
I said hard actually. 'Cause I was like, I think it
Doesn't always make you feel confident.
Okay.
I think Chelsea would be surprised there, though. She throws them positive, but that didn't grab anything.
Yeah, I definitely said it a bit, but I thought that I could.
Kind of looked like it floated
That's
out.
how in my head, how I wanted to throw it.
So there is a draw for 2,
Okay, just
but
straighter than I thought. Both of
Mary,
them. Granted, we
Trying
haven't really thrown
to,
anything
it's
with that
awfully
weight, so
tempting to see if you
we
can
curl on like
tick
10
that one in. The
and
roll on the tick is not great, though. You're rolling away from the rings, so
I never thought I was flashing it.
not sure if it'll depend on the weight that she's throwing.
No, it,
Whether or
like it
not
almost was
if
going
she's
this
playing
way.
the tap, whether or not she has
Yeah,
enough
even when
weight
she was,
to
like, trying to curl
roll
it, like,
into the rings.
0.
Looks
Okay.
pretty good from this camera angle, though.
I don't think I would do anything different other than take less ice.
Something on
Like
the
we had
ice
this
at the
much
other
ice, so
end.
you could just take edge of the rock.
sure
with
that
and
the
then you're fine, but
path is
I thought
clean.
that was going to be tight to
yeah, they'll have
top
to,
guard,
like
so
you're
that
saying,
was-
hit it thin so that the
Thin.
shooter will roll in. You need that angle for the shooter to roll and carry its momentum forward into the rings. And a split is not a shot that most, if you're a recreational curler, you probably don't practice this all that often. But these teams do. They know how they have to hit it.
And additional rotation. We've learned that if you have a little bit of additional rotation, when it makes contact with the rock, it moves a little more. Now
That one looked like it was tracking, but it is grabbing. They got to make contact.
No.
Looks close. Watch the shooter.
Really close, and whether or not it spins in. Oh,
that's grabbing.
Oh,
well
good
done.
Shot.
Good for 3. So
Good
all
for
of a
3.
sudden, instead of a blank, Katelyn Wasylkiw comes up with a split. Good for 3. And after 4, we have a tie game. 4-4.
Okay. It's just straight with that weight. Like more straighter than I thought.
That was a huge
13
swing.
for them.
Huge swing.
13 years ago today, they made it for an 8-ender, and now they made it for 3.
Yeah,
Good for them.
And if we don't, that was the best end we played. We gave them 3. So just keep doing the same thing. Even a blank plays here. So I think we just go around. Yeah, let's go. Let's not let that momentum change.
And for Team Jones, they've been in control of this game so far. That was a wild swing there. So just a regroup for them. Keep playing like they're playing. For Team Wasylkiw, probably a little bit of
Surprise.
renewed energy there.
Oh, for Wasylkiw, yeah, surprise for Jones. And an innocent miss turns out to bite you. It surprises.
So Wasylkiw, they'll put up the tie game. They'll put up the center guard here in the 5th. Oh, right in the rings. The call was for a guard, but that one's top 12. Chelsea's asking Lauren for the corner. Noticing both teams are really favoring this one side of the sheet.
Line's a little tight.
So going, that's the left side. On the view we're looking at now. Seems to be a little bit more consistent curl. We're seeing a bit of those stones tracking on the other side of the sheet and going this direction. We saw both teams having a hard time with the weight and catching where it was going to curl
Okay, good. Just inside of very
in the
much, so it's
second
curling
end,
early.
or sorry, the third end. So we're seeing most of the rocks come down this side of the sheet. Same side that Katelyn's standing on now. That one comes right in also.
Nose hair high.
It's a good chance to just hit and keep the shooter out front. They're offset.
Close. Yep.
Not a lot of ice there for Lauren, so she must be throwing
Close. Yep.
pretty strong weight. Don't want that to quite curl up to center.
Atta girl. Very nice.
Makes the double there, and the shooter rolls in, so that's a great result. So they have their corner guard. Sitting 1. No Wasylkiw Reds in the rings. And for Team Wasylkiw, they're trying to bring play to that center line. Keep a tight force here. Lauren will be keeping that corner guard in mind because it's a nicely placed corner about halfway in the guard zone. And Stephanie Thompson here with the hit.
I want to try and stay away from that corner guard. Keep their play to the center. And Carrie wants to move the play over to the corner.
Yeah, and a blank's a great option here too. Teams not loving being forced in the odd ends, especially in the second half of the game. The 5th end, you'll find those teams with hammer really don't want to score any points. They would rather blank. Of course, you take 2 it comes down to it, but don't want to get forced here.
Close.
Because the thinking is
Yep.
2
Yep.
hammers to 1 and 6 and 8.
Hard.
And you don't want to only be up 1
right
point
to
for
it.
that.
Hard, 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 hard. Go with the roll. It's close. Oh, yep, yep, yep.
This looks like a nice roll.
Lovely roll.
Nice shot, Em.
And totally
10
buried
on the nose.
behind that corner.
So maybe they'll go for the 2. I don't know if you can see any of that.
No, from my vantage point, you can't. You can just see the edge of the rocks. So.
Curl's nice going this way. At least we saw it coming the other direction. So bit of a guess, but it's not so bad. You could, the way to miss when we talk about the pro side, though, is get rid of that guard.
Even
No,
hitting
everything.
that guard and rolling to the center is an advantage for them, because then it protects the center line and gives them an opportunity to draw around it. They want to make something out of their shot, and it does look like they are going to
They got
hit the back
by.
one. Good shot.
That's
Good
funny. That
sweeping.
didn't move quite as much once
No.
they straightened it out. Coming the other way, we saw some like huge move to the boards, but that didn't go crazy.
Oh, they even had to sweep it to curl. So. Emily Zacharias.
Line's close.
Nice delivery, nice rotation.
Hold in.
Straight out at the broom.
Lots of room. Line's good.
Sweepers are liking this. Just keeping it clean at the
Might
moment.
need to finish it if
And
anything.
it starts to break, and
Line's great.
that's when they'll put most of their effort in
14-8.
trying to make it curl.
Finish if you can.
Should see
Yep.
a switch now.
Yeah,
Lauren going.
Lauren.
Yep, 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 yep.
Trying to get
Good.
that over
Very nice.
buried.
14-8.
And
Good
it
sweep.
is totally buried. Nice shot. I think the run back's the only shot. This one's even buried more than the first one was.
Yeah, so for Team Wasylkiw, it's a tough call because you peel, you could give up 2. You play that freeze, you could give up 2. There's a lot of ways you can give up 2 here in the 6th.
I think the run back with the roll is, yeah. She can roll to the center.
Yeah, I really like this call. Just keep something in the center.
Right.
Give yourself a chance to force.
And it gives them something to hit the back rock and roll behind. But you want to get something more than just a straight peel out of this shot. Set up something for them. It seems to be tracking. Oh, they're just a nose, so we'll see. Oh, unfortunate outcome. Still somewhat of a guard for Carey.
Yeah, with the shooter staying out front, it's not guarding that yellow, but it's enough of a guard that if Carly can put one, got a half buried.
Then that's called a Christmas tree. And then either rock is hard to remove. Yeah, that's the problem with the straight back double. If you don't make it perfect, you leave a guard for the opposition.
Line's close.
And they know the path here.
Line's good.
Stay straight for a while, and then
Line's
as it moves
good.
off that center line, it really
Oh, straight.
catches the curl.
Line's good. Just straight
Liking
though.
the
You're
weight.
over curling.
And now Lauren will probably take over sweeping
okay,
just
make
to
sure it's
bury
in,
it that
but
little bit. Oh, maybe
just
not.
in.
Maybe they like to leave it straight.
They are over buried. They wanted that
Yeah.
a foot closer to the center line because now if
It's
Lauren
alright.
plays on that yellow,
The back
she
line
can
is
be buried
exposed.
and shot, and that's good for the force. It's not a good steal opportunity for Wasylkiw here whatsoever, but the force is a good result.
Left-handed throw, out turn versus in turn. Sometimes the path is, oh, I don't know if they're going to get it by. They
Whew.
did. Good sweeping. Oh, good
And the
result.
roll.
And the roll. It is completely buried.
Nothing but the freeze here to play for Carly. They've got to, at this point, they're looking at a force. But Team Jones and things, so play this freeze. I think Carly can probably throw the same weight. Sweepers can put it there right on top of it.
really did finish hard at the end, so they'll try and make
Line's
this
good.
do the same thing.
Top 8, line's good. Yep.
Not sweeping it as, oh, there they go. You can see it just moving
Line's good,
hard off
yeah,
the center
hard
line
line.
now.
Hard for everything.
They're going for shot. This one's dying.
Yep.
Didn't seem worried about the weight,
Curl.
but a lot of finish there.
Line was
When it
would've
curls
been
that hard,
perfect,
it
I
takes a lot of the legs off the draw, so it's unfortunate. Now I think they're drawing to the open side, but I'm not sure. I'm going to try and move the play away from those corner guards. Yeah.
So this is the side of the sheet I was mentioning earlier. Mary, no one's been really playing on. So they've both been agreeing to avoid this side of the sheet. So I wonder if this will be a little slower. Just not very many rocks up it. And especially not inside out direction.
I don't think we've seen an inside-out shot down here. Sweepers just keeping it clean for this amount of time, and then after the break point, they'll start to navigate it to its final destination.
14-5.
Getting good curl here.
It's back, Emma, if it's back to get so we can. Be
You
shot
just
over
need
there.
full 12.
Right back.
And that'll do it.
Yep, nice shot.
So for Chelsea, really doesn't want to be forced.
Like we can almost
She
get
could
a
freeze
little bit
the open
buried.
one.
She's going to be able to chase it, but I think we have to try
Be
that,
shot.
don't
It's
we?
a little easier to be shot on that side, but
This is
it's
Carly's ice cream
less of a
second
known
one.
path. So they're opting for the other
like that's
side behind
close.
this guard. And really using
Yeah. I don't know,
Carly's
maybe it's
Yellowstone there as the guard.
Again, this is what we're calling a skipper's deuce. Chelsea's going to try and make both of her rocks count.
We got to try to bury a
Wasylkyw's going
chunk
to
of
try and
it.
defend against that. So
We need to be biting the 8-foot though. Sweep for T. And then we can bury it at the end as long as we stay in the 8-foot. It's good. Speed's okay here, hey?
So with Carly's both moving
Air.
so much and really over curling and coming up light, I'd be interested to see what the sweepers are thinking here.
Top 4 T. Yeah.
Starting on the other side of the center line. And it really broke once it started to make its way 2/3 of the way down the sheet.
Felt there to me. Line's good. Line's good.
well, they got lots of room this time.
Room.
Lauren's going to be on the inside to get it to curl if she
Curl.
can.
Yeah, it's wide open right now, so now they have to make it curl.
And she can't because they have to be shot. So
Yes.
just shot, looks
Just
like, over
shot.
the red on
I'd
the
say
other
so.
side.
And it's partially buried. From my vantage point, you can see half of the rock.
Yeah,
I think it's
it's
all line. We just swept it too much.
given that it was a little heavy.
I think that's
About
the right
as good
ice,
as she
'cause
could
with
do.
A couple feet less weight, I think it gets there.
And
On
I'm
the
not
back
sure
of the
how
race.
much Chelsea plays with this team to know their tendencies of just how much ice they need to
At least
make
a
things
safer
curl.
shot. That was the most important part.
But Carly's did, we're about 12 feet in the difference in weight, so. The heavier it is, the longer it stays straight before it finishes.
Yeah, with not too much of a difference in the split time on the thrower's end, you'll see a big difference. All things equal. And we know they're not, because not everybody throws the same release and all those things that these teams work so hard to do consistently.
Yeah. Now that looks like the same amount of, Carly's rotation may be a little different than Chelsea's, and
This one's breaking earlier,
this
though.
one- yeah, it is. That's why I think it's a little more like Chelsea's. And I think she's going to make contact. So
Throwing
even
it
if
back
she-
12.
yeah, even if she just moves it off the, the force is on.
Good just draw here. Okay, we've thrown this out turn probably more than the in.
And good for Chelsea not to be drawing down to backing, only because you sometimes think that you have a little more wiggle room. This way, if she has to draw to the button again to save the end, she knows what the weight is. So this is a pro move.
I can give you similar. A pair less is okay. Yeah. Okay.
And it shows the path for the sweepers as well to make the button draw.
Yeah, this would have been their draw to button practice shot as well. So fifth end. Last shot, Chelsea Carey. Facing 3. She needs full 8 foot. Let the sweepers take it.
Not curling.
On and off, it's kind of the good. That's what you want to see, keeping the path clean. Well, Chelsea's called them right off. Starting to dig now. Nice shot.
And that'll do it. Good for the single. So 5-4 is now the score.
I picked too hard.
Team Jones over Team Wasylkiw.
Let it go, and I was like,
Wasylkiw with hammer, 6th end.
Yeah.
After that score of 3 in the 4th, that'll be a bit of a win for Wasylkiw as well. They were looking like they were going to be giving up a deuce
at least the whole time I had the 4 foot
in the 5th, or a blank, which would have favored Team Jones. But
I think so. Tight though, and then
a couple good shots there.
But yeah, I think tight guard. Yeah, let's go.
Get the force. And now it's the all-important 6th end that everybody everybody wants hammer in the 6th.
There's been lots of analytics of how you control the 8th or the 6th end, depending on the length of your game, and the percentages of winning if you have hammer or if you're tied or if you're one down. And it's really an amazing stat to see when you what tends to win more games and where you have to be
Not
in the
curling
game.
yet.
I'm calling that the money ball of curling now.
Yeah.
15-1. I think with this rock, that's okay, but sit. Good.
Lauren needs that one to stop. There we go.
Shot. That's pretty much untouchable.
3 inches between great shot and oof, no, not so good. But I think even if that were biting top 12, Katelyn's probably putting up this corner guard.
I think so.
She wants her chance for her couple. She could have hit it and played the delayed corner, which seems, based on the 4th end, their tactic.
And they've never done any wide out-turn draws, so this needs to be like just guarding the 8 foot.
Yeah, and this is where they tried to put their corner in the 4th, but it ended up really high, and that got to be a bit of a messy end. They lucked into, well, made a good shot for the 3, but had a lucky miss from Chelsea to get that 3. So it wasn't going their way originally in the 4th, but nice corner guard there.
Line's good. Line's good.
Now,
Line's good.
they call the come around or the
They call the come around.
Second center. Okay.
Line's close. Needs to curl a bit. Carly's raw. Carly. Hard, both of you go. Hard to bury it. Hard to bury it. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Great sweep.
Looks like a good one.
14-9.
Chelsea either wants to steal or force, having control of the 7th end, so this is a good shot for her.
So Team Wasylkiw playing around that center guard. Like to have one of their own reds in there before they use their corner.
This looks a little hot. problematic. It's going through.
Need to make contact with something. I think even a carve would help
No.
that.
No.
Just too
That's
much
too bad.
weight there from Alice.
Long.
Well, we got them playing on the side of the sheet that nobody has wanted to play on, Mary. So I'm very curious to see how this end goes. Going the other direction, this was where we had a couple light over curls and then some heavy back house shots.
Lauren, a little. Okay, whoa then. Whoa then.
Now here's the other center.
Over curling. Hire's good. It needs to sit. It just needs to sit for line. Okay, it's good now. If anything, it can curl now.
And that's where they wanted it. They didn't necessarily want it right on the center line. Got a good finish there. It didn't look like it was going to come up close to that center line.
Katelyn has to make sure that she has a shot to score. So
And I like this idea. If you keep the shooter, you might be able to, close enough, you might be able to roll the shooter in even if you don't make contact with the yellow in the top 4.
I don't know. Yeah, for a minute there, I thought she was taking the other turn. Maybe trying the double peel, but this will be good.
I think it's really important to keep the shooter around here, though. I know they're trying to get the stone in the top 4, the shot stone. This is
tight.
moving. Ooh,
I think she helped that one over
Yeah.
a little bit.
already.
Yeah,
Already
made
on the
center
guard.
line. Okay, well,
Oh, sorry. That's great. Same thing.
get to do a redo.
Lauren and Katelyn, always one of my favorite things. The thrower throws and one of the sweepers tucks to the skip. And what happened there? And it's usually a little
help.
little issue on release.
Lauren, yep. Hard, Lauren.
It's always good to know, though, because if you threw it well and it didn't do what the team thought, then you have to adjust the broom.
Needs to curl. Needs to curl, if anything. Oh. Okay, line's good if you're a little deeper. Line should be really close.
This one's going to curl a little more than
Okay, good.
first one. Different thrower. So the finish was different.
Still good, though. I think that you can see shot stone, but it's open on the side that the corner guard is not on. So pretty safe. Team Wasylkiw, again, they'll want to keep the shooter. They want to keep stones in play. They want to try and have a chance for a deuce here in 6. They would take a force. They're not opposed to it. Then 1 hammer to 1.
But they just don't want to give up a steal. We always talk about what's optimal, what's acceptable, and what is unacceptable. And all of that one was helped over as well. I think we
Maybe
have
Stephanie just getting a little tight on these
She
around the center
is.
line.
Yeah, I think so.
All over the guard. Got to move that shooter over, and it's there's another guard there.
Yeah, now that's a problem for Wasylkiw to be able to get that one off the 4-foot.
Halfway.
And you throw the lighter weight, of course, because you're trying to keep the shooter, but then if it over curls, you're not clearing away like you would if you threw peel.
And you're holding onto the rock a lot longer in the slide, so you tend to, if you're going to play with it, it's in that slower slide.
Nobody
Getting
plays
it
with
out of-
stones on release, do they? Nobody. Everybody has a perfect release in curling.
I think that's what we work on the most.
Line's good.
That's one of my favorite things about teaching new curlers is you get them sliding
Okay,
and,
line's
you know, they
over
generally
curling
can
if
let go
anything.
of the
Over
rock,
and
but
off,
then you
over
say,
and off.
okay, now we're going to talk about how
Over
you
and
let
off.
go.
Needs to sit.
And they always look very confused. And they say, well, you just let go, right? And I say,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
that's fine.
no. It's very important how you let go of the rock.
It is.
And then that starts their curling career of
Constant evolution.
constantly being frustrated. Yes. So good guard from Carly. Not a great opportunity for scoring 2 here. So Lauren's playing that soft weight hit on that front.
That was a better release, so she'll get a better idea. Oh dear, this one's tracking. That's
Needed to curl. Got to make contact with the yellow.
oh, Stephanie's trying to make it curl.
They don't want that yellow to stick around though. Although that could be a path to the forefoot.
The double, if they even get the opportunity, the double on the wings is there, but we haven't seen any really big weight shots, so I'm not sure if that's one of the things that these teams have in their back pocket or not. Carly does not want to be deep here.
Line's good.
They're trying to steal, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
talked
sitting
about
2,
throw.
throwing a guard, light's okay.
Right.
oh.
They're not backing off. They're
Here's,
backing
okay.
off, so.
Curl, Lauren.
Starting to
curl.
move now. Hers really are
Hard.
Hers are
Keep
late
going.
finish.
late finish, yeah, but a lot of finish. Now it's coming in, but Lauren's trying to get it behind that center guard. Looks like she got it
good.
mostly buried. It's a long guard though.
Yeah.
The issue here is, and you can see
Good call.
Caitlin's indicating,
No, I liked that one. I think
if you make contact, even if you don't remove the yellow, but you keep the shooter behind that corner, that'll be a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
I think the bigger issue is that red stone that we can't see that's out front, that's blocking the outturn, the other side of the sheet path.
And this is Lauren throwing an outturn, as opposed to everybody else throwing an in-turn. Path a little different. Release looked okay.
Got to keep it high the center line.
That's a rotation.
Now they know they can move it.
curl.
Got it by. Watch the shooter. Want to stick that around. Oh, they made contact with the back yellow, which is good. That's a little more accessible. Oh, and
That's us.
the red on the side didn't stick around
Same
enough for
thing?
second.
Like to bury
Needed
it a little
to
bit
catch
more.
a bit more of that
I think we
stone.
want to be full 12 just in
Good
case she makes the
Forced shot though.
Katelyn into
So I
doing
think
the
we wanna
double
be here.
to make that one on the wings count.
Okay. I had Carly there.
So now Chelsea's she's calling this one in. I think mostly because that red stone's there. So if a double's made on the 2 yellows that are in the rings from Wasylkiw, it would be for 2 points. And so Chelsea's thinking, all right, let's put one in the top 12 foot
More curl would be
so
nice, but I
that
think we wanna be
they
full
would only
12 to be
score
fair, just in case she
1
makes the
if
double.
that happens.
Okay.
So we're toward the end.
It's okay.
With the
Yeah, for
6
sure.
here,
I don't
and
want to be right to it, but like full top 8's
You
fine.
tend to see if the rock's brought a little further
Okay,
in if
so is
there's
this similar to what I threw here?
another,
That's
the
also
opponent's
one?
stone in the rings.
Okay. So I'll give you a little less than that.
Chelsea's had her draw weight all game.
Okay.
So we'll
Top
see.
8.
Signature spin keeps the running surface of the rock clean.
Roll light. Line's good. Running.
Chelsea gets about
Running.
6 rotations on her rock before it comes to
Tons of
rest.
room.
Keeps the forward motion.
Lauren. Hard, Lauren. You gotta
Now
go.
it's starting to break.
Hard, you gotta
Might
go.
Sit right.
Keep
Don't
going.
want to
It's
sit right
trying.
next to it. No, it's slowing down now.
Yep.
Yeah, they need full 12 to outcount that red. That really died.
Yeah, lovely shot.
Came off, eh? Yeah.
Now Caitlin's in a dilemma.
I think it's good. It just really, I think the carve.
You'd like to score 2, but
drags it
it's
off hard.
unlikely. Very unlikely. And at this point, it's
a
hard
couple
to
times
score
we've done
1.
that where we're saying it's more weight than it ends
So
up being
she's
because
thinking of
we're
opening
carving
up
it
the
with
path for herself.
usually
I like this call now. If you make
Well, I
it,
think if you
great.
don't-
You sit
I
shot.
think if you don't knife it,
If you
then it doesn't
don't,
do it as bad. So if we
at
needed to go for
least
something,
maybe
we
your
could
shooter will be
angle.
in the 8 foot,
And it
a
works
little
fine.
closer, second shot.
Even if you roll to
Third
the
shot,
other side of
so
the rock, you might be able
Not
to
bad. I mean, it's still not great
manufacture
if she makes this,
some
but
kind
I
of
don't know
run
what else we
back.
could have done, really. A little deeper would have been nice, like
So this looks like it
half
will
8 foot or
be
something, which I mean, I thought it
a
was.
high, hard one. They're just deciding where they have to hit it. Yeah, so they're not going to allow for very much curl.
Really you're thinking it's going to be wide open, and then it's like you've over.
Even getting that off the forefoot somewhere is beneficial. Because really, right now, Katelyn only has the button to try and score. So
it's a pretty flat roll too, Mary. So she's going to have to hit this pretty thick.
Yeah.
Half a rock I don't think would do it. It has to be a little thicker than that.
Now, an interesting phenomenon happens here when you curl across the face of a rock. When the rock strikes the object rock, the handle turns, changes handle, and that's why it goes flatter. The trajectory is a little different.
It takes the momentum out of it. That's got a ton of weight. Now, very flat. I mean, a little thinner, and it was perfect, but pretty good result.
Yeah.
You don't want to give up a steal,
hard,
but
like she should be able to make it, but it's hard to stick it, and then they're only getting one.
Keeps
right?
them in the game.
there's an
I
angle
think
run.
it's a double tap's only for
There
one,
is
too, though.
on
so
the
I don't know
red.
what I'm guarding. What if we just guard the hole? The draw's really hard, too, though. I just don't know how she gets
That's what
two
Chelsea's
right now.
looking at too. She has that for two.
Really quiet on that one.
You're always looking at what the other
I
team
don't even know
has
if
for
it's
two,
there.
and you're either defending against that or you're trying to put yourself
Yeah.
in the position that they can't do anything about what you've done.
Right.
Just guard it and.
So I think
take away
putting
the easier
another
shot
one
for
in is an
I don't think
option.
she can make this with enough
How
room
do
in
you
between,
get it
can
there?
she?
Is
I
the
guess if I
question
guard that, though,
without
I'll be
leaving a
away.
double.
Okay, I like it.
Well, we
Okay,
have
so
our
I was
first
here,
game that's
So I need probably there.
finished. Hilliard
Probably
versus
at least. But I think
Tirinzoni.
if we hit it a little out of my hand, we can hold it there.
Tirinzoni wins that one handily. Must have been exciting for Team Hilliard to play on an international team though, so.
And
kudos for
frustrating.
them.
They were
Can we just guard?
just on the wrong. I watched a few
the
shots
draw
there,
and
just
the
on the wrong
stopping.
side
I
of the
don't
inch a
think
few
she has anything
times,
for
and
two.
Tirinzoni
Like, I don't
will
see
not
her
let you
shoot,
make those
No.
mistakes.
Like maybe one of these raises, but they're both really hard. So I think we just take away the easiest
Well,
shot for
they'll
one,
let you
which
make
is
them,
the,
and you can't get
draw.
away with them though.
Right.
Yeah, like edge 4-foot line. Same speed. This
So
is
she's
wider,
coming in
but
here, or just guarding
Okay.
a
I
draw
think
tap?
Katie can, Carly,
Well,
just
it's a lot of
couple
ice,
strokes up
so-
and just to hold it there.
I think just a guard,
so.
guarding the draw for one, really.
And I think if she puts it close enough to the house, she eliminates the run back. Angle run back 2 for 2. So she's
Yeah, if
probably
Chelsea could put this in line with that angle
Yeah.
run, that'd be a perfect
it.
shot. She got it out there,
2.5.
no question.
3. Line's
not coming
good.
yet. There's kind of
Her last one had so much finish. I haven't noticed that in other ends.
oh, this is looking good. Just a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, she didn't take the run back away, and I think that's
Good.
Caitlin's
Good
only
job.
shot.
Good job.
So
There might be a hole for the draw too, though,
that's pretty
because
much the
that's
best shot we can
halfway
play.
guard. But the run's for 2.
I think the risk is worth the reward. Yeah. Oh, maybe she's just going to peel it for 1. She's looking at hitting the back of it.
I think you do what you can, and if you get 2 out of it, you get 2 out of it. Well, this is for 2, if she can stick it on the side.
I think it all depends on the weight she throws. If it sticks around, she's only going to have to hit a quarter of the rock. So if she throws it too hard, it'll spin away. But if she throws it with a little softer, she might be able to.
And sometimes you throw it softer because you, if you ever run into your own,
And you might get one
you'd
on
like
it,
to
which
stick
is
your shooter
right.
around to salvage the not a steal of 2.
Right.
So big shot here from Katelyn Wasylkiw. Her last and 6, facing 1.
Oh, and she's changing her ice. Things always look different from the other end. So what I tell young skips, do not change your ice. Well, she's only throwing a chap, so she's just throwing it in. Throwing it in to see what happens.
Board weight.
Yep. Still
Sweep into curl. See if Ashley can carve it.
unfortunate.
Got it, but not
7.
enough.
Steal of 1 for Chelsea Jones.
So close.
Yeah.
Good end.
So after all that, a single point. Team Jones up 6-4. After
Yeah,
6,
good
2
placement,
ends
good
to go. Wasylkiw keeps hammer into the 7th.
Yep, I think we go 1 for sure in.
Now is a good time to say thank you once again to our sponsors.
If she wants to hit it, I'm okay with that.
Presenting sponsors of the 2023 Stu Cells 1824 Halifax Classic, our Steel Subaru Neon Train, and Stu Cells Realty Team.
Reasonable? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I mentioned most of Team Jones sponsors, but they also want to say thank you to Cutter and Buck and Johanna, Brierley Jewelry.
Line's close. Line's good. All you got. Keep her going, keep her going. Go, 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 go. Hard, right back, right back.
And we asked these teams before they came for a little bit of info. I'm just looking
Okay, that's fine. 15
to see on the Team Jones side of things. This is Chelsea's first time playing in the Stu Cells 1824 Halifax Classic. Second time for the rest of Team Jones. And for Team Wasylkiw, this is their first time playing in this.
And Team Jones was here with another guest skip as well last year. But I can't think of who it was.
Same. I want to say Katelyn Laws, but I feel like her whole team was playing in this, and she wouldn't be sparing.
10-5.
Someone knows. Someone will tell us.
Katelyn was here because she spoke to my junior girls team, our Team Canada.
Yes, I didn't ask you about that, Mary, but for those of us who don't know Mary Maditall,
Whoa.
coach of the 20,
Curl.
and the times have changed, so correct me if I'm wrong. They won in 2021,
They won in 2022.
2022 Junior Canadian Championships.
And represented Canada at the World Championships in 2023.
So just really
We went to Finland just before Christmas. We had to win our way to the World Championships, so Finland was really awesome, and we won gold there. And then we played into Fusen, Germany at the World Championships and had a wonderful experience there. We didn't place in the medals, but we still had a great experience and really became better curlers because of it. We worked a lot with Curl Canada, and we had our Taylor Stevens, who was our skip at the time when we won the Canadian Championships, aged out, and therefore we had another really great skip come from Ontario, Emily Deshane, and she skipped the team, and Taylor
Ideally,
stayed on as team support and helped us practice. But unfortunately, because she was too old, she couldn't play. The rules all changed in 2021 when a team has to be declared Team Canada one year and go to the Worlds the next. So if you're just at the max age when you qualify, somebody else has to take your place. Now, they changed that enough so that you have to be under 20 now. So now it's pretty much, instead of U21, it's U20.
T back 4.
So that any of the teams
To accommodate
qualify.
the Worlds.
Yes.
Yep.
So if any team
Line's
qualifies,
really
they stay together. It did,
14-8,
it changes your team dynamics and changes the way you play. And, but still, it's a fabulous experience for all the girls.
Great sweep, guys.
And
Nice throw
it
in.
was a real privilege for me to coach them. So
And they're all I think, all now playing women's teams or
No,
women's
one
level.
isn't.
Oh, one's still young enough?
One's still young enough. Alison Umla. We had Kate
Alison,
Fitzgerald
yep.
at lead. Alison Umla, and she's still under 20. And then Lauren Ferguson, who is from PEI and is now skipping her own adult team, and Taylor Stevens, who is playing with Christensen as a 5th player, but she's pursuing her CPA degree, and that takes a lot of time and commitment. So she's kind of put curling on the back burner.
But she'll be here this week because
Yeah,
Team
for
Christensen
sure.
is in this event. They're playing on our other feature sheet, sheet 2. And if you're wondering why the sheets are 1-8-2-4, but we're not an 8-sheet club, it's because that's the year of the club's
trying
founding.
it, or you want to just go here?
1824. So,
Okay.
Back to our
7th
sheets.
then.
Fully.
Wasylkiw Jones. Wasylkiw with hammer. Jones not looking to give them anything to score a couple. The force is the goal, and for Wasylkiw, they'd love to get a couple points.
Just to tie it up. And with the no-tick rule, it helps the stealing team a little more than it
Room.
used to. People were getting very good
Off the
at
line.
ticking
Gotta be 8 foot, but you
free
have
guard
tons of line.
zone, and now they've
Needs
changed
to
the rule
curl
to
if
make it a
you
little
can.
more interesting.
It's the curl.
Wasylkiw
curl,
has
Lauren.
2 corner guards, which is going to help
Keep her
her
going for
calls a little
everything.
bit.
Line's getting better. Keep going. Never
Jones is sitting
off,
one.
never off. Never. Go, 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 go,
And now
go, go,
drawing
go,
in
go,
for the
go, go, go.
second.
Good.
Yeah, that stone on
14-9.
the top
She just
12
said it
foot
more.
really is like a second guard. That one's open.
A little flop under would be good. She can see maybe 8/10 of the stone. So we need a really good shot from Stephanie Thompson here to manufacture a scoring opportunity.
They'd not love to wreck on the guard on this one.
No,
so
she was
really
sure.
looking to.
She was sure to be on the fat side of the broom, I call that. And it's starting, I think she's gonna have the roll towards the other guard, the other shot. Okay, keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
It's really important. We talk about that a lot, keeping the shooter
Right here.
in play. If you can be deadly accurate with up weight and keep the shooter, that's great. But sometimes the softer weight is the way to go. Keep
You
that
almost have
rock.
to hit it on the nose to keep that big weight in play. So with the lower weight, you're able to get better control on your rolls.
Whoa, close.
And the nice thing about this shot, she has to hit it on the side of her
Oh,
rock, so
clean.
that, because if she overcurls it, she might
Yep,
jack
hard.
it back on her own.
Yep. Keep curling. Keep curling.
So this may favor,
That's good.
this may favor Wasylkiw and give her a double opportunity. Yeah, that's a big shot.
Once again, though, even if it jams, keep the shooter. Don't roll the shooter out of the rings. The double's not worth it to lose your shooter, I don't think, in this case.
So Lauren is the bigger sister of the two. So she and Katelyn must have played for a long time. It's nice to have big sister in your team. Oh,
Just clip the back one.
okay.
Still in play, but the two reds,
Worst shot, but I still think
top
we hit
house,
this.
top 12 foot.
Have the potential for scoring.
Roll it in front a little bit. Same weight.
Just like it was important for Wasylkiw. Same thing for Team Jones here and Carly Bird. Just keep your shooter. If you
Close.
roll out, Wasylkiw's going to sit two
Yep,
after the
yep.
next shot.
Really
And
hard.
they don't want to jam this on the back.
Really hard.
She's not
Sweeping
gonna-
hard to keep it
Hard,
on the
you gotta
nose.
go.
Yeah, it's starting to
Whoa,
curl
whoa,
now.
whoa. Roll the shooter, roll the shooter, roll the shooter. Go, 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 go,
I
go, go,
am
go, go.
surprised at
Yep, yep, yep.
Carly's
Okay.
curl is more than
Weight
anybody
was similar,
else's,
just
it
not
seems.
not the same throw.
Yeah, every end she's had the over curl or the
Big finish.
big finish.
Probably really thought she overset her first one. I liked it.
And they did play that down weight so they could control and keep the shooter, and it just took off.
I guess we could have kept sweeping, but I thought we were going to hit the back one anyway.
Chelsea's stretching. She must have a...
She's been doing that every end. A little stretch before her shot.
That looked like a good throw. Oh, no, it's curling quickly. Okay, they're holding it. Good sweeping by Stephanie Thompson.
Now we're going to look for the
Big
curl
finish
under the
now.
guard.
Lovely shot.
And if you're looking to score
That's the way to do
a
it.
Make the
deuce,
double, can I?
here is the chance.
Both of those shots are buried.
I think we have to hit it, though,
On a
don't
single.
we? May as well, even if you just spin it into the open, then at least it's only 2.
Now
Do
Chelsea's
you
gonna-
run?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
I
thin.
think
Just make
Chelsea's
sure we
going to
kill
have to
this.
run that back and
I
see
think
if
I
she can
showed you
get some
firm, but
collateral
with luck, I don't
damage.
think I can set it. I think it'll fall.
Not a
right.
great spot to draw to.
Yeah, so I think it's
You'd
right
have to
there.
be drawing around a rock in the
Just
top
kind of a
12,
straight through.
top 8.
Not sure where she wants to hit this, whether or not she wants to hit the guard and run it back, or
I think she can actually see enough.
I don't think we can make the double, but I think we have
We're
to
not
try.
quite, but well,
at least,
there
like,
you
I
might be
am.
behind the hack. Can you see it?
Say,
Looks like I
you
hit
can
it
see
on
the
my
edge of it.
I think this is firm with no set. I think it's going backwards if I
I think
set it.
she might be. Yeah, it'd be hard to get that middle rock out of there.
Even the guard's not a disaster. At least it's an easy double.
They just don't want to give up more than 2. Have hammer and tide coming home is a good place to be. Oh, that was a little wobble.
Yep. Hard! Hard!
Can't really
Whoa,
see if
whoa.
she's getting by or not. No,
Work the guard.
Okay,
you couldn't see very much of that rock.
it's not
So
bad. Good sweep.
now the question is,
Yeah.
come around
We had
the
to miss it that way
guard
because at
and-
least then I can make the double, right?
Good, put the guard back up. The reason that you would do that is those 2 stones are doubleable.
I think we just take even
Yeah.
roll the rock even a little less and we can sweep it.
And there's a corner guard you can come around. So if Chelsea makes
'Cause I
the
can make
double,
it-
the
I can hit
shooter's
it
probably
pretty, if I throw the
rolling,
out-turn, which I think we do.
I think, toward the
I can
center
get it pretty
line,
thin
top
on the
12.
front
It'd be a
side,
shot for
right?
2 if you put a draw in now. Chelsea makes the double,
lively,
throw for
so.
2, you're tied.
Stephanie likes to come around.
I'm just trying to think, what's the best way for
Take light.
Dear.
for 3?
Yeah.
This is a funny.
Yeah,
This is a funny
if we
call.
hit it right where my broom is, it's
Just
good. and
no
I
one has
I think
played out
everything
this
is, like,
wide.
backwards,
No.
so that one was a soft release and it didn't go backwards, but it still didn't.
I know whether they want to keep it so if Chelsea makes the double, or shooter will roll toward the center line. But you got to get it in. You got to get a rock in here, and I think this is a tough path.
She's giving herself lots of ice to come around, but
How do you feel as a sweeper if your skip is playing in a path you don't know?
well, the big thing is
Best
it
guess.
has to count.
I want to keep
So
it clean.
Yeah, I find it goes out this far. It kind of tracks up on the ledge up there. It doesn't get the big finish. Look at it, it's almost falling.
Way out in the sludge,
Falling
but I think
away.
you got to try. I'm 12-9.
Now they need this to
Uh-oh.
stop.
Uh-oh.
You got it, Em. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go,
It's
go, go,
trying,
go,
but
go, 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 go.
not soon enough. Just
Yeah,
through.
Okay,
Unfortunate.
let's make this.
That was a gift for Team Jones.
This will have some heat on it. Doubles there. Just hit it right where the broom is.
Okay, let's make this. Oh, yeah. I don't think we can hurt ourselves. Like, I think you can hold it if we need to, and we can hit it pretty thin and still make it. 3/4 low is good.
Big shot for Chelsea. Looking for that double.
Oh. No. Curl.
I don't think they need
Hard,
to
Harley!
curl. Looks like she's going to get to nose. So that middle one may stick around. Yeah.
Didn't quite squeeze out, so both skips really
Sorry, I just slid wide. You can't
letting
do
the other
anything.
one off the hook here. So Katelyn will have the shot for 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, I
Go
just
the
slid
other
too
way.
wide to make it. Like
Don't play the same
I
shot again.
I just couldn't put the slide
Remember
wide.
what I said
That's the
about
release I want.
Chelsea
That's all.
drawing to the
Actually, we're
button?
fine.
You need to be able to draw to the button.
Yeah.
Good
We
to
can
kick out of
just
that
everywhere,
there.
we just cannot
Caitlin
miss a
seems
full
to want to
set.
play the other
Can't
side,
slide
and
wide, we
Lauren
have to be tight
is
down anything.
not having it. She just said, "No, this is the way to do it. We're gonna go on this side."
Yeah.
Once I was
Give
sliding
yourself
there, I was
lots of
like, oh,
ice. You've got
And
a
then I
clear
let it go,
path
I was
to the
like, okay, well, I think
4-foot.
that's the best I could do.
Don't make it any more difficult
wrist is
than
a
you
little
need to
sore.
be.
But it's still, it tried.
Now she just threw it in a little extra out in the wings, and hopefully she makes the weight adjustment down the middle, because it's a little quicker. Well, she hit the broom. So let's just hope she threw the right weight. It's looking good. Sweepers are on it.
Just needs paint today.
And
This
that
one
looks
looks
like-
good. Good for the deuce. So after all that, back and forth this end. It's a 2 for Wasylkiw and the Redstones, and we once again have a tie game. 6-6 after 7.
Yeah. Yeah, just peel.
Going into the last end, Team Jones will have hammer. Wasylkiw will be up first.
So if we can.
Do you think there'll be some rocks in
on
play?
that side.
I'd say so. I think, classic curling is you put up guards until your very last 2 shots. And Jones will be blasting away and trying to make it as simple as possible.
And if you're Chelsea right now, you're probably starting to think about your last shot's going to be a draw.
I'd say so.
Very likely.
And that's why you do those draws at the beginning, so that you know the path and you know the weight that you have to throw. Still 3 games going on, so the ice temperature should stay the same. Our game actually is the fastest one on the sheets. Christensen is trailing Korea by 2, and the men's game, I can't really see the scoreboard. Go back on our sheet. Wasylkiw's going to be putting up guards until the very last 2 shots. Hopefully she stays on the center line and it'll make it more. Uh-oh.
Gonna get this one over.
Work this one. Oh, no. Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Call for it.
I think Chelsea must be their designated spare, because she's got a jacket the same as the rest of
Line's
the team, so
closed.
she must be traveling.
Little
with the
tight
team
if anything.
when Jennifer can't.
Line's good. It's running. It's running.
You're very observant.
Still hasn't curled.
Sometimes if you're visiting or guest skip, you just wear a team member's
13
jacket.
9. That's all there. Just let it come down.
And this is going to be top
Trying
12 or
to
top
down.
4 foot.
Very nice.
Sorry,
Good job.
really good shot.
So Team Wasylkiw, they're going to need all the guards in their arsenal, because Team Jones will be hitting. Now I guess we might have rocks in play, but with that first guard coming up a bit light, a little less likely for that to be the case now. It's going to favor the team with hammer. Trying to get this one to bite that center line. Stephanie working really hard just to get it there at the end. You get so much finish at the end of the rock's path, but as it's slowing down, the rock's not hitting the path of your sweeping or your broom very quickly.
Now Chelsea called this as a split, which you can do as long as you don't remove the guard or the rock from the free guard zone. You can just get it out of the way.
So you're saying it's tickable because it's not on the
tickable.
center line.
Correct.
This is the first one we've seen all game. Carly's got to get that to cross the center line, though. They don't want to make contact with their one in the rings. It's such a good stone.
Starting to bend now. Oh, a little
Just.
Okay. Great
Just.
sweep.
They don't want rocks in place, so Carly's going to sweep
12-8.
this right out of the rings.
Needed to curl up maybe a centimeter more. Would have pushed that to a corner guard, although it's anything off the center is helpful for the team with hammer.
That looked like a good release. Nice and clean, right to the broom.
Today we're getting coach's eyes, right? Every coach through and through. Mary always watching the release, always watching the line of delivery. And that ended up great. High guard. Almost perfectly in line with the other one. It's really hard to commit to lining up two guards that are not on the center line. You always tend to want to have one a little more tighter to the line, but then that can leave a double peel because there's an angle.
Yep.
And so that's what Emily Zacharias is trying to do here.
Whoa.
Single peel's fine. Double peel would be great. Not too far off.
Okay, that's good.
And you got to get the shooter out of the way.
But if they stack them, even if they try for the double, they usually get a nose hit and could end up giving them still two guards. So that's why they're calling it stacking them one on top of the other, so that there's no roll from the team trying to peel.
And I know guards look easy, Mary, but they are so hard to make perfectly.
Yeah.
You're trying to drop it just over the line, and with sweepers, you're almost trying to throw it just short of the line. Let the sweepers carry it over.
They got to make sure they get this over, though. Sometimes it starts to curl and then
And that
it
one
dies.
really moved, so
Either
two
one is
similar
fine.
shots, but they're about a rock apart. It's not going for the double this time, just a single on the top. You're less worried about the double peel when the guard's off center because you know you always have a path to the button.
Clean. Yep. Good. Clean. Good.
Oh,
Watch
getting
the shooter
just a
there.
single. Oh, and
Very
action
nice.
off their own, which
That's
helps.
a really good result to
That
get both
is.
of those moving. Nice shot from Emily.
Just in case Chelsea had to make a free draw to the button, that would have been in her way, so that helps her.
Yeah, she's sliding tight.
It's always nice as you go down the line to have the player before you make a really good one.
It's pretty straight. You don't need to do
The
anything
pressure
special.
off you a little bit. So
Yeah.
for Team Wasylkiw, nothing
she's
out
just-
front.
I think if you slid good, then you could just
And
be
then
straight through and it's
Team
fine.
Jonestown in the top 4 foot. They need these guards.
Yeah, just a normal.
And then they're going to have to make a play on the stone in the rings at some point. But we're halfway through the end. On to third stones. And Lauren Wasylkiw just trying once again, drop this over the line. Try and get a mistake on a peel.
Create as much distance as you can between the rocks so
Oh,
that
as I'm thinking, there's no guards out front. No guards. There's one. I knew that. Great shot, though.
Clean.
that
Clean.
looked like it. She got it back to
Well-
the center line.
Clean. You're good.
Not touching it.
Good throw, Car.
With that kind of weight, you just make a decent amount of contact and
Yeah.
The guard will go.
I like this play. Drawing it into the rings gives her a chance to maybe guard on her last one. So she just wants to be in front of that yellow rock. She really, if I was her, I wouldn't even bump it back. I'd try to freeze it right onto it. Any space that you create gives the opportunity to peel it and get some action. But frozen. So hopefully she can even maybe flop behind her own. Sweeping to keep it straight now. Oh, I think that might be a little too much weight.
Yeah, that looks like it's through weight.
Yeah, she needed to keep that yellow rock in play.
Yeah, for Chelsea, she's
Just getting
happy
rid
that
of
one's out of the way. It's not going to be in the way when she tries to draw. It's not something that Team Wasylkiw can freeze on and sit on the button.
Right,
I feel like maximum T line would have been where you wanted to bump that one.
right on. There's still rocks in play, though.
Yep.
When you don't have any rocks in play and there's an empty house, it's very hard to steal one.
Hard,
I
hard,
need to
hard,
keep
hard,
this
hard.
off the line, though. Carly's are curling. This one,
Hard, you still got it. Go, go,
I don't know
go,
if
go,
it
go,
fully
go,
got
go.
out.
Go, 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 go.
Got it to the nose.
That's good.
Got away with the jam
Good.
at the back. Not a bad result to lose the back one, but wouldn't have been great to jam it. I say dead nutted
Good card. That's okay.
right on the back.
It's a good result.
But there's still a guard. Ever think Katelyn plays the draw, the wide
Well,
draw?
I think they're looking at it.
There's the reason that it's nice for Team Jones to have that guard off the center line is this one will
Don't lose
always
the
be
back one.
available
It's
for a
just
tap.
anything else for us
or
to
run
jam
back.
on or them
Yeah.
to freeze on or whatever.
I think that's why Katelyn is abandoning the come around, only because Chelsea could just run it in.
So
on
this
her
is
own
just board weight, trying to roll behind the guard. Half a rock. Full buried would be great, I think.
She's buried and it's good.
I'd like to see half a rock buried, and then it's almost like a second
She's got to make something.
guard. You can come around it on your last.
Yeah.
I think if you're half buried,
Or it'll leave me a
Chelsea's
double.
probably
right?
peeling the guard.
I don't mind throwing the draw on my first one just so I've thrown it, but at the same time, if I put it in a bad spot, it might give them something that they don't have.
Yeah.
Right?
Looks like a lot of weight. But, oh, they need to keep that yellow rock in play
It's not
to
getting
act as a
nose.
guard. in the
Yeah,
back,
they
but
call
this
bumper
is-
weight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's full takeout weight.
Yeah, they were trying to
unfortunate.
keep the shooter
I don't mind nosing it.
behind
Yeah.
the guard,
A
lose
little
the
to
yellow.
center.
But yeah, I agree with you. I like
think it's
keeping it
ideal.
in the rings.
Like
It's
if
a
you just throw it
complication.
here wide open still.
Because now
so that
this
I
is
can run
wide
it if she
open.
doesn't hit it,
Chelsea's
and then
not
she
that
gets
worried
I've got
about the
more room.
guard. Just
I
wants
like
to
that.
keep the shooter in
Nose
play.
isn't bad, but right there would be great. Thinking same weight Carly just threw.
Yeah.
Even if this is on the nose, she'll have it as a raise if she needs to, but not a
Probably
ton
rather
of
roll
risk
away
as
than
long
roll
as
too
the
far,
shooter
right?
sticks
The only thing we
around.
don't want to do is big roll, so I think that's good then.
Okay.
Love to roll it just to center line. Because then if she makes the roll, I've got lots of room to draw, and if she goes around, I have a short run. Same as you threw, like 11. Nose is okay. It's better than too much, but if you can take it, roll it like a rock would be ideal. Okay. Solid bumper.
Chelsea's just trying to clear this rock so it doesn't count. Doesn't even really matter if she sticks around. She'd like to just sort of nose it. And she has it at her disposal to either run in or raise to the button
Curl!
to score finally. The next
Hard,
team
hard.
who scores a point wins the
Hard,
game.
right to it!
Yeah, we don't want to see a blank here.
Curl, curl,
But it
curl still.
happens. So there's the roll right to the
And
center line.
flop.
That's what they called. I'd be happy with that.
Good spot, yeah.
And I think
Good
this
sweep.
is the only real shot available for Katelyn Wasylkiw.
Pretty good.
Get shot stone, buried behind your guard, and Chelsea will have the tap.
Okay. Just even less ice. Like,
or
Don't want to have
raise,
to hook it.
run. Short little
I
run
was
back.
pretty gentle
It's
with
made
that, and it
perfect
still went
though.
backwards.
I mean, you could hit and roll, but games aren't won in the 12-foot anymore. So she could hit and roll behind her guard, but knowing she's playing against a quality team, she has to make this shot the most difficult she possibly can.
And this will be, we talked about it last time too, Mary, the widest someone's gone with an in-turn draw here.
That's why you don't want to have to do this in the very last shot or the very last end. You want to know what this is doing. And harder for the sweepers too. They have to get T-line. Okay, well, it looks good. Weight's good.
Hasn't started to break yet.
No, and it looks a
Sweepers
little
are being
heavy.
patient.
Looks a little heavy. They backed off it now.
Far back as you can,
Oh, it's starting to dig. Oh, they made nice shot.
There we go. That's about as good.
That's as good
We
as
were
you
worried
can
that
get.
was heavy and that just ground at the end. So well done from Katelyn Wasylkiw.
Pop a rock, thick half.
And for
Like that, we've thrown it a lot.
Chelsea, she just watched it. Do you follow it down or you play the short little run?
10 and a half.
The blank could come into
The
play.
blank.
So I think when I take
Yep.
pretty similar ice, maybe a pinch more. Right? Like just off nose makes it.
Lauren Wasylkiw did all she could do, and now they just have to wait.
This looks like about 2/3 of a rock. Straight back.
You guys like
There's
this?
a little bit of wiggle room. If you come up a little bit, maybe you keep your shooter and you lose the raised yellow and the red.
It's
But
just like you're going to go really wide on this side, and then that one.
short
she
run
just took him
back.
off a ton.
And
So
they've been playing the peels in this area. Well, a little across the center
same
line
I just
all
gave
end,
you,
really.
3/4.
We'll need to keep it on the high side on the broom side. And this is for the win. Tie game. Chelsea Carey.
Last rock. Laser focus. No wobble this time.
Curl.
Oh, they're trying to make it curl. I don't know if she's got enough of it.
Close. No
Nice
mistake.
shot.
And the shooter sticks around, so it'll be a score of 2. They only needed 1, but great shot from Chelsea Carey. That'll make the score 8-6, the final over Katelyn Wasylkiw out of Milton, Ontario. Team Jones curling out of St. Vital. We want to thank you for tuning in and joining us for Stu Sell's 1824 Curling Classic at the Halifax Curling Club, brought to you by Steel Subaru, Neon Train, and Stu Sell's Realty Team. On behalf of Mary Matatal and myself, we'd like to see you back. We're going to be back at 1 o'clock this afternoon for a men's draw. On our 2 feature sheets, we have teams Smith versus Thompson and McDougall versus Moybrook. That's at 1 o'clock Atlantic, back here. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Then I can just hit it. It ended up perfect because it made the run back as long as possible, but that's not a good draw. Like, if it was back 8, then I'm throwing a draw. The ice is. I had 13.9. Yeah, I had 13.94 on the last one. So then I didn't want to have to throw it because it would feel like a gap.
It's easy for me to just piggyback on what you say.
At 13.94. Skip eyes. I'm used to looking at those hog lines, the weird ones. Good battle. The ice is beautiful. Like, I love it. Thank you.
I get a cough too.
I'm very impressed. Like, it's so good. Take off this mic before I forget. That's frustrating. I would have liked to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
I was wearing it. I wish I didn't
know what you were talking about.
I wish I didn't have to had I known, because it's a really big awkward.
We might have just not been able to hear it, but like,
I would have helped a lot.
oh no.
the bump, 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 right? So that's all that. What I think so to preserve. We need to get 2 in there. I mean, this isn't terrible. If they start double peeling, we might be able to do something with it, but let's play this.
Everything on that side is fine. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, that's all, right? I don't mind it. I like it, actually.
Oh, okay. I just got to correct you. Zachariah skipped team Jennifer Jones. Oh, you know what? That's it. Mackenzie was here.
Oh,
That makes
so
sense. My friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Settler?
Yeah. You know so
We did
much.
know that.
Oops. You have options.
I was like, I know Katelyn Wasylkiw is here, but she was
I like
Yeah,
this
no, that makes complete sense.
in light of the
yeah,
remotion.
that's great because they changed. They did that change this year.
Okay. Still nice here. Yeah. Okay.
My gal at the house, she's so nice.
Yeah. The freeze on the back one. I mean, I think they're both good. I think they're appealing anyway, so whichever one yeah, we're fine. Exactly. Yeah. We need a usable rock here, so. What do you guys still slowing down here? Do you want a 90? 85.
How are you doing otherwise? What's new? What's happening?
What's new? Not much for me. Just doing, here, let me finish this
Love
one.
and
Just a
life?
second. Love and life. I was supposed to see somebody between now and 1, but I don't think
Huh? You're a half hour.
yeah, I know, but that means I gotta lose my parking spot, go to her place, and back.
2 hours for coming. No problem. I didn't get a chance to okay, I came in like 5 minutes. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Are you guys both on for next week?
Yeah.
Split up. Do you feel comfortable going solo? I'm fine.
As long as I don't have to do any of that stuff.
No, you
and,
don't. You just look for them, and you have to say this stuff, but it's pretty clear.
Yeah. Oh, what I thought. Oh, you don't have anybody. Oh, you want to do Thompson's game?
I asked if we could switch.
Yeah, Thompson. Okay, make Google more. Okay, well, I'll be.
You'll be good at it. Yeah.
It's the first time I ever did it.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
It's always nerve-wracking the first time, so yeah, once
Okay,
you
but-
know the routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
feel
this is on the front, and just put like a pen, like put the TMs
yes,
together,
good
and then I
call.
always put a pen there, so
Okay.
I can, or like something, so I can put
Okay,
back
right on. Smart.
somewhere. It's like a gold pen.
Okay, just a second here. Okay, I have to be on right here. After my stint. This is
I need like lunch or something or dinner. Gym days are a struggle because you're just hungry all day. I'm hungry all day anyway. Especially on Wednesdays.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think we should all have a chat about this next year.
Susan's red. Down.
Yellow now. I think that's the call. Because he's going to have to make a putt.
So it's 2.5 hours. I thought it was only an hour. 2 hours. So I thought it was only 2 hours, but it's 2.5.
To what?
Yeah, the
they-
time for the
Yeah.
Or what if it's my last?
Because there's no time. Right?
Do
So
I get it all?
there's no incentive to
1 to 2, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3:30.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at some point we have to deal with that, right? So they're gonna, you wanna go here, they're gonna peel, and then we're still in the same. We also could just try to play to bump that back and stay here. You have this. That's my first gut, is to play that. But, what do you? Yeah.
Or even here, like tighter, so that.
That's my gut. I mean, we need them to miss a shot, right? It's not the best scenario. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Do you like this, Aaron? Okay. Oh, I know. Exactly. Okay, so. Is that the same ice? Okay. Take a little off. I'm a little concerned if it does start to curl, it's going to get into the just a little bit. Line's good. That was weird. Yeah, that was really strange. Wow, who would have thought you could draw one there? That almost looked like it picked.
Yeah, I was like, hold straight. I'm like, never mind.
No, but it like, yeah, that was kind of strange.
I was like, okay, different shot now, different shot.
Yeah, great weight. Man, it almost acted like yours did down there where it just kind of.
Yeah, maybe a couple little flat spots.
Yeah. Interesting.
They're freezing in there. It's an option.
Red.
Depending on how the angles line up, yeah. You know.
It's a great option. Yeah.
That?
I think you have to.
Yeah, I don't really. Sorry?
This?
I think we've got a better chance at this, and maybe we have a double bump on the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, line. Hard line. Okay, just go to here. Whoa. Yeah. Hard. Get it by the top one. Yep. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay.
curled and lost the weight.
Yeah.
They thought it was heavy.
I know. Well, Aaron keeps saying 9-10 on every draw.
It's just kind of funny. I'm like, nope, they're not. It's in the mix.
I know. I just wish it hadn't rolled off so much. It stayed frozen so you could do something to get rid of two.
If we would have gone out of my hand, it would have been close. Eh?
Yeah. What do you see?
I mean, right now I'm just hoping they mess up. That's all I see. Yeah, I can't believe that actually. Came down and curled that much out of my hand.
Well, my 6 did something weird too, right? When my 6 looked like it picked, it just kind of went, did something super weird. Like imagine trying to get that rock to where it is.
Yeah. They hit and stuff there.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping they do that. This has been
an hour and a half. An hour and a half, 2 hours.
I know, but I don't. A couple, but not every shot. There's been a lot. Full team discussion.
Going guard.
If you hit outside of 7, where does 2 go? Like I know it hits that, but can we get it to go through? Like spin out. Peel a high outside of 7. I think it goes, don't you?
So.
And then we should be hitting 2. Maybe, oh actually that back one's going to count, yeah. So we should be hitting,
stopped early
should be sitting 3. So that's the shot, if you have a chance to play.
Yeah.
And then do we have anything on red, yellow, just to make ours shot? Like,
Well, maybe.
that's the other thing, like just kind of send it back on yellow to get it out. Half a rock.
Probably gonna jam.
I know, but it could pop the other red one in. Do you know what I mean? When it hits this out, it could pop the other one. It just hit this. Yeah. Yes, agreed. You don't need it. You don't need a bullet here. Yeah.
Like there, 10.
You just need to. Yeah, like hit his tens too much. We just need to get this out of here, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I think you just. I think 11.
It's even getting sticky. That's all.
Right. We have to get this through the 4-foot. So. Yeah. 10, do you like a 10 or do you want? Just, yeah, I like 10-5. Yeah. Yeah. Marie. Whoa, whoa, straight. Okay. It's good. Woo, that was just like, took forever and then jumped.
I knew it would go, but it was.
It took a long time. It took to like the New Scotland for it to go.
So I was like, please stay close.
I know. I was like, I understand that we don't need to go with please stay close. That's all I wanted. Great shot, Jill. I almost lost it on you. Did that ever jump at the end? Yeah.
It's a great shot. Jill. On my slide, I think I had my knee was down lower than normal and it hit the butt.
Oh,
like my,
that's weird.
Like my back knee. Yeah. I just had a lower exit, I guess.
Yeah. No, they're making them throw their shot.
Yeah, that really came up, eh?
Oh,
Considering it was a 10.
literally like at the new Scott, like that's when it jumped. It was fine the whole way. I was like, okay, I think we're gonna have to curl this at the hog line, and then it just.
That's why I said
then it was like
in the game, let's not jump
yeah, which is why I was actually just letting that one go, but then we almost. I'm like straight.
And it was 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew what I was doing. Not
No, I really feel bad about this game and how long we're going to be. Other people know. We could be playing next year.
the Ontario way. Down play back.
Okay.
I don't know if we do that or not, but that's what they all do in Ontario.
Oh, they're doing extra too. Okay. Maybe this will just go. Good shot. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good luck. Good game. Good luck. Yeah. Agreed. It's starting to get cold. It's slow. I was getting colder at the end. Oh, I should take my mic off. Take my mic off. Yeah, it's in there, like in the, like where the, I'm just taking my mic off and then I'm coming in. Hey. It's weird to see you coming out of the list.